Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Campus Legends Season 5 Valorant segment. All right. So we have my favorite caster coming in from VCT, just watch the Tokyo Masters, Kodan with me. And of course, I am Moman from Bunlei. So before we go into the Valorant games, we will have, of course, our very lovely organizers for today. First up, we have Skoga. Yeah, of course, always Skoga every single year. And we have the Esports Academy, who are our official organizers. Then, of course, our academic partners, we have ITE College Central, Republic Polytechnic, and of course, our official monitor partner. Right beside me, we have the Aegon by AOC. AOC is our official official monitor partner. Then our official headset partner, we have Invictor headset. And these two will be in the prize pool as well. Later we'll tell you more about the prize pool, but before that, my partner here will tell you a bit more about
Yeah, of
other
course.
sponsors.
Right, our PC partner, Lenovo Legion, CPU partner, Advanced Micro Devices, aka
Mm.
AMD. Of course, our energy drink partner, Red Bull, and of course, our supporting partners, Digital Plus, Landing Pad, Automail, as well as Razer Gold. So, thank you for this wide array of sponsors.
That's a lot of sponsors.
It's a whole bunch, but we're very grateful for all of them to be on board here today at Campus Legends. Of course, with so many sponsors, of
Of
course, there's
course,
gotta be an
a
even
lot of
greater
prizes,
prize
a
pool, right?
lot of
Moment,
prizes, yeah.
bring me to what the players have in
So
store
the
for us.
players will be fighting for $5,000 in cash and scholarships, and on top of that, thanks to our lovely sponsors, they will get their own set of headsets from Invictor and monitors from AOC as well. So right beside me over here is actually one of the third place prizes. So before we talk about the monitor even, we'll have $550 in cash and scholarships and 5 Invictor Sotori headsets. And of course, to pair with that, we have AOC gaming monitors, the C24 G2. This one is 165 hertz. So even the third place is 165 hertz, a very nice curved screen. And for those of you that are blessed with height, it can go up, it can go down, And of course, we for the second prize, we will have an upgrade, $750 in cash and prizes, and an AOC 24G2Z monitor. One tier up from this little bad boy over here. Then for the first place, of course, we have $1,200 worth of cash and prizes. 5 Sotori headsets as well. For the second prize, everybody gets a Sotori headset. First, second, and third. 5 Sotori headsets each. And the Aegon 273 FZE. If I'm not wrong, that is 240 hertz.
Yeah, a bunch
That's
of beautiful gaming peripherals, right? I mean, I don't think anyone will be disappointed if you got any of the top three
I
prizes.
want them so badly.
It's fantastic to help you guys on your gaming journey. Of course, this is Campus Legends. We got players from all over the region, all over different educational institutions, all vying for this top three prize. And if I'm not mistaken, it might be a physical event in the finals, but we'll keep that, a little bit of a secret, going
Yeah,
forward
you'll
into.
find out when you find out.
Yeah, we'll let you guys have a little bit of a taste for that later on, but we have to address the here and now, right? Today we have
Yeah.
two banger matches up for you guys. We're gonna be looking at matches number 8 and number 9 of the
Mm.
brackets. But first and foremost, SUTD versus RP. That's gonna be the first game of the day. It's gonna be going up. These two giants
RP,
going up against each
SUTD.
other, right? RP, I think a lot of reputable names in the gaming scene, the
Scary
Valorant
names,
scene.
scary names.
And yeah, we're gonna be jumping straight into the Aegis Select actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
look at this.
for the first map, I believe we have Ascent.
Yes, it will
So
be Ascent.
Ascent, it's gonna be a best of 3. So it's gonna be Ascent. It's gonna be followed by Haven, and finally Split.
Yeah, if required.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll
if
see. We'll see.
required, yeah, if
Um,
required. I see a few familiar names already. Edamame. Oh, he changed it to Edamame.
yeah.
Okay, Edamame. I mean, he is playing Omen. I guess
Yeah.
he is a mummy after all. And oh, this is Ascent, right?
Yes, Ascent.
I
So
can't believe we're going to be seeing double initiator on Ascent. That is not a KO.
yeah. So KO has been pretty much one of the staple picks of
Hmm.
Ascent for a very, very long time. But I think that Sky brings a lot on the table, right? The ability to get so much information from two of her abilities, right? You have the double flash as well as the Trailblazer. And the beautiful thing about Sky is that over time, players have learned that, hey, with this new buff, that you can't destroy the flash, right?
Yeah.
That information is 100% guaranteed. There's no way for the
Mm.
enemies to deny the information, even if they turn away. As long as the enemy is within line of sight of the flash, it will ping out, it will say blinded, it will indicate that there is an enemy in that
Mm,
vicinity.
and at the high level of gameplay, with that information, you can force rotates. You can learn about the enemy positions. You know where they are. Not you don't just require the silver dart. Now you have two charges. Where let's say if you're in, let's say a 1v1 situation, it's very easy to pinpoint that location of the other player.
Exactly. So I think Sky has really, really come into her own, right? She was a menace early on when she came into the Asian pool. She had three flashes. Call back to that when that was
That
a
was
pain. You had
Breach
Breach,
hat 3.
Breach. You had Breach, Sky, and what was it like KO together?
Yeah.
And that
Oh,
was just. I'm not sure if it all lined up properly
it's
with
like
KO's release as well, with
8 flashes.
with a bunch of flashes that you could throw out. But now, right, the flash is indestructible.
Mm.
It's guaranteed to get a piece of information. It's guaranteed to flash the enemy wherever you are. So this is the adaptations, right? As the meta continues to develop, you see different teams taking on different compositions. Now Sky becoming the primary pick for these two teams on the map of Ascent. The only difference gonna be the controllers, right?
Yeah.
Lego Chowder versus Edamame, the Astra versus the Omen. That is a piece of unique difference, I would say, in the kind of playstyle. Omen kind of tends to be a
Omen.
bit more aggressive, right? You
Aggressive,
have the
yes.
paranoia. It can allow for a lot of aggressive pushes on the defense as well as the attack, but we'll see how these two teams like to play it out. Of
Yeah.
course, SUTD going to be staying out on the defense, RP on the attack. I will lean in towards the defense, right? I think defenders have
Defense,
a bit of an
always.
advantage here, but we're going to be jumping straight into the pistol as RP siege their attack onto the A side.
Tailwind already bursted. Shock Dart used. Gate has been closed. There is a Nano Swarm though. As Spam will go through and actually a Killjoy turret kill onto Rigsy. Embarrassing. But still, Shock Dart's raining in as they try to take control of site on B. 4 players, no, 3 players on lane as Edamame goes away. They're already surrounded with the spike trying to be planted. Holox just gets a trade and already a 1v3 situation. Dream has everything to do and does not get the round. All players stuck onto site as they just couldn't get the site control.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very, very nice retake coming in. They got the early frags, they got the kills even before the spike went down. And the spike didn't even get, it didn't have the luxury of getting planted. So RP, a bit of a slow start so far, right?
Hmm.
Getting the spike
And
planted would be a fantastic start, but unfortunately, right, the money not in a good position. You can go for force if you get the spike down, but this time just going to be a couple of sheriffs in the round and
what do you think
SUTD.
about like 5 man rushing it down on the cent? It's really very hard, isn't it? With the mid being so open, wouldn't you want to place more players on mid on attack?
I would say so, yes. Mid control is a very big, part of this map. It's a very big piece of map control that you need to take. But in the meantime, I love Chloe. Nice shot onto TKY Pro.
Yeah,
But
it's
there's
a
still one more player
bonus round.
around here. Lego Chowder stands and fights. He gets both
Woo!
kills. Now
Oh,
Edamame left alone in a 1 versus 2. It was a 1 versus 4 into his own
he's
smoke.
actually playing behind the smoke.
Lego
He
Chowder seems
closed the
aware of
door.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lego Chowder. He's in for a 1v1 situation. Sova is nowhere close to it. And it's going to be a big play if he finds the kill. But Lego Chowder, very aware of where Edamame might be.
Yeah, when the when the door was closed and the spike was not tapped, not any piece of noise, was heard. Lego Chowder was a bit suspicious of that smoke, and it was a nice eco coming through, right? 3 kills, but nonetheless, still the round in the pocket for SUTD. They will find themselves in the second round thanks to a bit of heroics from Lego Chowder stopping the push from
Yeah,
Catwalk.
and we were talking about mid control just now. You feel that? Do you feel that for attackers, it's very
Yes,
important to get mid control?
it
For
is.
defenders, it's also important to get mid control. How would you place the players, especially if you have a killjoy on B already? Like how SUTD has set up the killjoy on B.
I think that mid control is definitely a very, very important part of this map. Considering it was the pistol round, I don't mind a full-on rush, right? It
Yeah,
really
yeah,
sets the
definitely.
tone. If you're able to get the kills, you get the round. a first round rush really sets the precedent that, hey, I'm here to fight. Don't mess with me. If I win that round, it's a very huge confidence boost as well. But SUTD got the first 2 rounds, and now it was a gamble stack at the start towards the B side. But with the pause in
Holocks
the action, Holocks,
gets
bit
the
of a
first
whiff at the
frag.
start, but he will convert it at the very end. And now they're just gonna siege towards this B side. Nobody is actually within the side itself, so it should be a free side for the taking for the side of RP.
Gate is closed. Full site control has been given to the side of RP as the players swarm into sight. They're looking at a one-man disadvantage retake as Riggsy goes for a fast early kill and gets traded out by Penny on the Ares. 3 players on all sides. They will have a lot to do on the side of RP. Gets a weapon upgrade on the side of Penny as trades will go through. Chloe does get the better of Leafer, but RP just have too many of a man advantage on site.
Yeah, with the better weapons, you do give them the
But
advantage.
I still give the win to SUTD though, because they did only have two proper guns to work
Yeah.
with. One Ares, one Marshall. The rest were all like sheriffs and classics.
It was a nice bonus round coming in. Unfortunately, didn't get the round win, but it was still quite a bit of damage, right? And you can see the repercussions of that. Riggsy now forced to, well, forced away from a rifle. He can't buy in fully. Okay, actually gonna be dropped one. He actually has
Ooh.
one ultimate point away from the knife, so that's
Yeah. They
that's
don't
something
wanna
that I
risk
thought
it,
they
I
were gonna go
guess.
for. But
The bird is stuck.
A attack this time around.
Yeah, it's a very fast A attack. Smoke already used. Nebula smoke as the tailwind
Wow.
goes through. Lego Chowder finds the spam through the smoke, and
Whoa.
once again, this guy's
Okay.
a criminal. And this is a big round for both teams as it'll set the economy for the next 2 rounds. At least Spike is already down onto A. Players have already spotted it as the flank lurk play is coming through mid.
Yeah.
TKI Pro, he has the whole round on his hands if he gets this, but Holocks does get the better of the other player, and Me does get traded out though.
So I gonna go
One man
down.
advantage as
Yeah, Seeker's gonna be spotting out all 3 players coming in towards the CT position from Heaven as well as from Tree. An important round for RP this time. They have the Cosmic Divide they want to use, and yes, he will. Lego Chowder preps it. Hell's cleared as well. That's a lot of information.
Cosmic
A
Divide
flank coming
being
around.
planted.
Dream gets all 3. It's 4 kills in the round. They didn't even hear him coming up from behind them. Broke the glass, but still he gets all 3 kills. Lego Chowder in his actual form did not know whatsoever.
What was going on? Everybody was just waiting for the Cosmic Divide, like, alright, so this is the plan, we're gonna use utility, and Dream is like, yeah. Nah. That's
I'm
not
gonna take
gonna
the
happen.
initiative.
That's not gonna happen. I'm gonna kill all of you.
That's what you want to see in a man disadvantage, right? One of your players has to be a little bit more aggressive, and somehow he manages to get all 3 on his solo push up towards Heaven. So this sets the economy into a dire state for SGD. Now they're forced on an eco, but there are 5 players towards this B side. They've stacked it correctly. Can they fend off this attack?
And once again, the sight hit
Oh,
will get through, but
no.
already a 2-man disadvantage. That is the save round coming out from SUTD. There are only 3 rifles left from the side of RP, and all 5 players are still on the site. Does RP really want to push this? Lego Chowder,
Stubbornness.
TKY Pro already cleaning it up with the 2 picked up rifles, and already only the Sova left as he gets
Wow.
ran down. All 5 rifles. It was a flawless thrifty from the side of SUTD.
That's the stubbornness that you mentioned earlier, right? You know, the difference between rushing B
Yeah.
or rushing A versus taking mid control,
Taking
playing a little
mid-control.
bit slower. That was a massive blunder on the side of RP. It was an eco round. They should not have gotten a win, let alone a flawless win at that. And now the tables have turned. Now they're on a lower by themselves. That's not
right
how you
now,
want to have the gut
it looks
round.
like they want to try and play for mid, and I want to see how
you have to.
RP tries to play for mid, because looking at SUTD's map positioning, the mid control is mid presence is really weak. They are giving away catwalk. They are giving away a lot of space in market.
This time around, they're content to give up this mid portion of the map. They're playing more towards the side itself. A Hat is the only player here that has any sort of availability to check towards mid. That flash will reveal that there's a couple of players there. Oh, he's just
Seekers.
gonna peek off his Seekers. A bit of a bold move without any follow-up flash whatsoever. Goes
Riggsy.
down with a single kill, and this is advantage for the RP side this time around.
Just doesn't care. Recon Dart already
Oh!
uses Rixie. Oh my god, he nearly got Penny, but was saved by TKY Pro. As TKY Pro actually gets one more, putting them at a one-man advantage. But three players of RP are already onto B site. Never mind, make that two players as they get the spike planted. But they're already stuck on site. Doesn't look too good for the side of RP.
Oh.
Holox just gets one out of nowhere. And TKY Pro is up for the ace. Ace! Ace! 9 HP on Edamame. I don't
know.
think it's a round win by RP
It's
by
gonna
any
be a hard
means.
one.
And TKY Pro just
Yeah,
gets the
the
ace.
ace
Indeed.
himself.
Eco-fragger. Eco-fragger.
It was a, yeah, I mean, not bad. Despite it being a little bit dicey, right? They lost control of the side. They actually invested the Killjoy lockdown to flush out any players within the side itself. But SUTD, right? They didn't play anyone towards back of site. They went for that retake situation. And they cleaned up shop pretty nicely. TKY Pro with a crucial ace right there to ensure that the economy doesn't get too dicey for his team. And now RP
And the
comes
thing
in with
is,
a buy
right,
for them. Yes.
they got the first blood, right? Rixie got the knives.
Yes,
that
yeah, yep.
Cloudburst kill. I mean, the Bladestorm kill.
They did have the opening
And
pick.
it was just TKY Pro just popping off.
Oh, with the op this time,
Oh, operator.
inspired by that ace that he got. He's
Oh.
trusting in his aim.
Cloudburst already used. Tailwind are used as well. He does not have an escape if they rush him down through market. Can he get a pick here?
Well.
Yeah, Trailblazer already being used to flush him out.
Seekers could
Rixie.
come in very useful, especially against the orb. Never mind, TKY Pro actually kills onto Holox, and the timing is good for Rixie.
Both Jets
Dashes
getting
straight into danger. What is that coming through? Lego Chowder punishes. 3 versus 4.
yeah, 3 versus 4. Spike is still down in B main.
Timing, he's got through.
Yeah, he
Lego
did
Chowder
get
has
through.
no idea whatsoever. He has no
He
idea.
has the whole side of A. There is so much information for the side of RP right now.
Let him
And
cook.
if Dream plays this right, and if he gets a player here, if he just finds a pick,
Yep.
Edamame already good for one. They will have the full A side control.
Spike's not
is
here though.
making its way though, making its way.
What
Lego
is that
Chowder-
from Lego Chowder? What?
He has gotten 3 smoke kills this game already.
Pure
And look at
instinct.
that, look
Pure
four.
instincts.
Four smoke kills in a game so far. He hasn't seen anybody to kill them. And already the Spike Kalus is going to be a 3v1 retake. Edamame not long for life here. He does go for the fake plant and does get the trade on the TKI Pro, but it was just an updraft bait.
What was that from Lego Chowder? Pure, I mean, the
Yeah.
brain on this guy.
He's top fragging
12
as an
and
Astro.
2.
12 and 2. I mean, we saw the B main spam that come out from him. You know, he just shot right,
Yeah.
he got a kill. Shot left, got a kill. And now at Catwalk,
So many
he's
smoke kills.
just shooting through with
I mean,
Vandal.
His predictions, his reads, it's not it's not impossible.
It's not
But it's
impossible.
unlikely to see so many smoke kills in the span of, what was this, 7 rounds already?
7 rounds and already a 3-round lead for the side of SUTD.
TKY Pro again, pushing the issue. No one's breaking the dart though, so that scans 2 players. That's information for RP. Do they want to continue to push this issue? This smoke denies them information. Will
Spam
be-
shot, yeah.
Yeah, they will have control over the initial portion of mid at the very least.
Recon Dart being pulled up from the side of Penny. Hasn't used it yet. It will gather a lot of info at B main actually.
Wow.
Yeah, scans 2 players and goes for the Odin spam, not at the angle, friend. A hat though will be going for the
Oh.
trying to go though. Dream does get the trade. Lego Chowder trades him out. Still an even exchange from the side of SUTD and RP. But if you look at the map control, RP does have the full B main control, but the Killjoy. It's
Yeah,
always the Killjoy.
They have the
that's
Killjoy
taking it.
ultimate. They want to use this, but I don't think they want to do that. Penny,
Ooh.
well, he makes sure that they don't have that option whatsoever. Paranoia, but Rixie's already within the site, takes him down.
He has the Odin now. He has the Odin now, and 3 players on the side of B. Spike will be planted. Hunter's Fury available. 2 players on the side of CT for the side of SUTD, and an operator for retake. Not really the ideal situation that you want. Oh, TKY Pro does spot Rixie and the Omen, but does not get the frag. The Odin still proving a thorn in the side of our SUTD, as Lee4 will have to clutch this on 1 HP. Not possible as Edamame is already behind him.
Thrifty going back, this time in the favor of RP. So they really set the tone, right? If you can Thrifty us, so can we. An important round to win as well. This brings the total up to 3 rounds. You know, considering that this is a pretty defender-sided map, I would say, you know,
You,
maybe
you,
four
you
or
need,
five rounds would be
yeah,
decent. 4 or
you
5 rounds
need
is
4 or
decent.
5 rounds.
3 is doable. Definitely
Nine
very
three,
difficult.
9-3.
Definitely difficult, but not impossible, right? 4 or 5 rounds is the margin that I would set for RP. I think that defense is pretty solid as well. So I'd like to see something, you know, an aggressive push coming in from this time around. A presence. And Lifa actually catches onto Holox. That's the only lurk towards the B side. That's information. They cleared out the entirety of B and they're already on for this rotate.
Oh, a hat though. He has the entire player on his hands. The Flash just gets the information, uses
Ooh.
Trailblazer at the wrong time. Rixie already tailwinds in, and Lego Chowder will be in danger, but does get the kill. The Spike is already down in A main though, and Dream will be the only player left. He's whatever scraps that's left from RP. It was an aggressive play. They did have an idea, but it's just that SUTD read them better.
Lego Chowder has been the rock for SUTD so far.
Who
Every
is this
single
guy?
time they come towards his site, every single time they come towards tree, they come towards A main, he's there.
Yeah.
He's ready. Somehow, some way, despite being pushed from 2 different angles, he wasn't sure, right? There was players coming in from A main, there was players coming in from Catwalk, but then he just flicks on a dime, and it's kind of hilarious. Right? You see I Love Chloe crab walk with the Odin spam, trying to somehow catch onto Lego Chowder, but the swift headshot, right? Eliminates him.
That's what Rixie did to them the previous round.
Yeah.
And then it just happened to them again. And now, of course, RP will be on the save round, and SUTD will have the economy once again to work with.
Oh.
It's already a 6-3 though.
Does I Love Chloe spot him out?
Yeah, I think he
he
did.
should be, right? A hat
Oh.
within the smoke.
Oh.
Wow, above!
Yeah.
Rixie just jumps above. Oh, the timing is horrible for a hat. But somehow he still gets away with it.
Seekers already popped. Blade Storm active for Rixie as Holox will find a hat on Catwalk as Leafar has to hold his cross, but the Seekers will blind him. Only one player on site as the Jet is trying to scramble for retake. Does get
Oh
the
my.
trade onto Rixie as I Love Chloe will take out Penny. TKY Pro not long for life, already on 1 HP and gets taken out.
SUTD seems so flustered. Not breaking the Seekers, not sure where to look.
I think this
And
was
saw
the...
Penny spraying at where nobody was going to be coming from.
Yeah.
It seemed like communication kind of just broke down that instance, right? Once
Once
who
Lego
was it?
Chowder got taken out.
Lego Chowder got taken out, a hat peaked solo from Catwalk got taken down by 2 players holding that position, and then confusion kind of really...
He
just
is
started to
16-4 though.
He is 16-4, but I kind of want to see how things play out when he isn't the one being the playmaker, right? When
Yeah.
he isn't the one that's getting all these frags. Can STGD still bring home that round? Again,
Especially when they're no longer in defense, you know.
Yes.
When Astra is on attack, you kind of want to hang back. You're not the one entry fragging.
sure, of course.
And Lego Chowder going for his so far signature smoke kills. But TKY Pro will get the better of Edamame. That's the controller down. There will be no more smokes on the side
And the
of
spikes drop.
RP. And Rixie with a super fast kill onto TKY Pro. Holox just gets the better of a hat on the mid side as well. They will have the full A main control, but look at Lego Chowder. He's pushing up. He might find a timing if the players chooses to re-aggress. Oh, the flash from the side of RP does get the information that there is a player.
They
in
know
A
that
main.
Lego Chowder plays Catwalk. He's played Catwalk, if I'm not mistaken, at least 99% of the time this map already. We've always seen him get multi-kills towards that A side of the map. They know that the Killjoy usually tends to send up a B. The question is the Sova, right? They don't know where the Sova is, but they're just going to gather up as 4 and overwhelm the site.
Makes sense. That's what you want to do onto the Killjoy, especially when you have a man advantage. Already
they're
all
so
utility
confused.
expended. He's stuck
No
behind.
idea.
Yeah, default and Killjoy
Beautiful.
diff, he just clears him out. We'll have the Killjoy ultimate to work with, but I feel that he wants to save it this round. And yeah, RP going for better post plan angles. That's Lego Chowder though. Can he make magic happen?
A difficult retake coming in. Both players coming from the same direction. Market, protocol, 4 players within the site. RP can't lose this one. And Lego Chowder's still alive though, so I won't count them completely out of things.
Pushing in with this shorty into B main.
It is nerfed, but
It's
still
still
packs a
scary.
punch.
It's still scary.
Exits will be not bad, right? For SCTD,
Yeah.
they've got a bit of cash to splash. The splash is perfect, but around the corner gets scanned out as
Ooh.
well. Nice
Lego
try.
Chowder, he does get two on the exit though. This guy's aim is something else. Not just through smokes, but on the exits, that was pretty clean transfer with the ADS.
Yeah, and I gave RP the margin of 4 or 5 rounds. They've hit that margin so far. A 6th round would be fantastic. And
Yeah, would be
considering,
ideal, right?
right, you consider the economy coming in from STD. Look at that. Not in a great state of affairs. I think there will be a little bit of a tech pause, but yeah. How do you think that map went so far for both teams, bro?
I feel that on attack side, especially when RP started playing more towards mid, uh, they identified that SUTD had a weaker mid hold.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was only Lego Chowder during that one round where he spammed through the smoke, and that was the mid play totally crushed. But after that, when they found out where Lego Chowder was playing, where they knew where he was playing, the updraft into the recon dart, where they took out where his position, his rat positions. Sometimes he plays on the edges of the smoke. Sometimes he uses his smoke very selfishly, which is a very good thing to do as a controller, especially on defense, to get the upper hand when enemies are trying to attack. And once they found out that play, it started to fall apart a bit for SUTD.
Once they kind of avoided where he was gonna be stationed in,
Yeah.
you realize that they kind of, I would say, never really went for any more cat takes after that mowdown from him.
Yeah,
After he
exactly.
started getting a couple of kills,
Ooh.
they oh, jumping straight into the map. Oh,
All right,
mid round,
Rixie
I got
just gets
this.
a frag, and Hollox on the other side will have the full A side control as Rixie finds the player that is just hiding behind the little fridge on main. Already full side control given to the side of RP. Very good post-man positions. There's no way you can retake from heaven.
Yeah.
1v4 Penny
Unwinnable.
altitude. Rixie with a 3k. And of course, as we were talking, ideal situation, 6-6. And now, Astra, the best player so far statistically on the side of SUTD, will be moving towards defense. What do you feel about this, Dan?
Oh, you mean you mean attack?
Attack,
Yeah.
attack, yeah, attack.
They gotta set up TKY Pro, I think. We've seen him get an ace, right?
Yeah,
It was
we've
an
seen
impressive
it.
one, but we gotta see a bit more consistency. After that ace, didn't really see his name on the scoreboard, too much, right? 12 and 9 is a pretty solid scoreline, but if they want to win this map, I think they gotta have a strong attack coming into this one. 6 rounds on attack for RP is a pretty impressive one, I would say, but they've gotta, really amp it up if they want to win on this attacking side. You can't rely on Lego Chowder as your controller to get as many frags as he did already. It's got to be a team effort this time around. Flash coming through, information garnered at Amami.
Yeah,
Cautious
guiding
of
light.
this one.
Already a one-way from the side of Edamame. I mean, Edamame, he is the Omen after all. He has to have all these one-ways available, especially on Ascent where there's so many of these
Yes,
type
a
of
lot of
little
opportunities for
ledges,
one-ways.
little roofs available. And now,
This is a different,
SUTD.
yeah, this is a different scene that we've seen from the previous pistol, right? Compared to a rush, this time SCD taking things slow. They've got mid control. It's gonna be a full mid attack towards the B side.
Much more meticulous hit coming in from SUTD, but the Nanoswarm not being taken care of, the switch will
smokes.
not be there.
Where's the
And
smoke?
Rixie, he
Okay.
has so much positioning, he has so much timing, but Hollox playing on backside does get the superior timing,
Oh,
but
no!
not the frag.
What?
What? Hollox gets the better of TKI Pro as he just whiffs on 5 HP. There is a Killjoy in the smoke trying to flash out as Penny will get the trade onto Edamame and Chloe onto Penny as well. Killjoy onto each other. Rixie takes out Leafar. Now Lego Chowder
Spotted.
1v3 in B main with all to do. Spike loose all the way in backside. Rixie will get the trade though.
I like the idea.
It was
they,
a
they
very
prodded
nice
different
execute.
parts of the map, and they realized the one weak spot was the B side. There was only the Killjoy there, but it kind of just fell apart on the actual take of the site. Somehow, some way, Hollox getting that one single kill actually influenced the round massively.
He got
His
a
presence.
headshot. He got a headshot onto Leafar. He ran out of bullets, and
Yeah.
he reloaded, right-clicked onto TKI Pro, and he just passed away.
Yeah, that kill right there actually bought his team so much time. Right, his presence there kind of ensured that they can't really flow into sight. They gotta be casual. There's a Killjoy there. In the meantime, RP just cleaned up the rest of his teammates. But this time around, Riggsy hears all
Ooh.
this information, has the dash pop, so he can go for an aggressive push, and it's
Oh,
beautifully timed.
that's an operator on eco rounds, and already two players stacked onto A main. Paranoia being used.
What?
TKI Pro, he proves himself as not a whiffer.
I mean, that's what we needed from him, right? As the Jet player, he gotta come up with a huge frags, some impact. 2 kills, the
That's
classic.
huge. That's huge.
Things not done just yet. 3 versus 4, the retake coming through. You have the better weapon, you have the better armor, the jumping right click.
TKI Pro once again gets the better of I Love Chloe as one player onto Heaven and one player onto Tree from the side of RP. Does get the first trade, does get a second. And now already a 1v2 from the side of Riggsy. But he knows there's a player in Hell. Does he manage to spot out anyone though? Nanoswarm already
Okay.
on the spike. Riggsy does manage to get Lee Far, but does
Bottom
he
for
have
him.
enough
Yes,
time?
stick it. He has to stick it. There's no
There's
time.
no time. Riggsy.
Wow,
level 2 much to do.
TKY Pro.
We'll die this round, but it was a thrifty. They started with nothing, with a classic, a 2K, despite Riggsy pulling out the fast kill on the Marshall at mid over there.
How does he get both kills? The paranoia and the swing. But Edamame as well as Dream both with their shots. They don't hit it. The classic hit shots were perfectly placed. TKY Pro coming up huge for his team, and now economy in absolute tatters.
Well,
They-
if
I
you
mean-
if you consider Bucky a gun,
Yeah, the Bucky is a decent weapon. They have stacked 3 players towards this B side. Off the contact, they will push.
yeah,
See the Edamame prepped with his paranoia, right? Once one of their players receives contact, once Riggsy finds a player, they're gonna paranoia and they're gonna push together.
but it's unlikely that SUTD are even attempting to go. But Dream,
Dream, oh my gosh, the timing.
he has such a big positioning. Lego Chowder very aware.
Wow, Lego Chowder's clearing.
Oh,
That is divine coming in from him. What a clear. His awareness has been second to none.
He knows the space that the enemies can take within the space, within timing that he's gone. Now, the full site take will be coming through. Trailblazer already being used to try and clear site. One player in Hell though. TKI Pro will take out Holox on Heaven.
Wow.
Already a spam through the Hell side as TKI Pro gets the better of I Love Chloe. Full A site will be given. And Riggsy super fast. Only a Bucky. Only a Sheriff.
What a beautiful anti-eco. Flawless at this point in time, and Riggsy will be lucky to even find a single kill. Lego Chowder already prepared and ready for this potential flank coming through. But again, SUTD, what a fantastic series of events.
That's uncharacteristic from Lego Chowder.
Shouldn't
Whiffing
be
this
too much
spray?
more.
Yeah, there shouldn't be more kills, right? Right? Right?
Okay. I had just toying with him, I guess, taking out the knife mid-fight. Knife to gunfight still won it in the end.
13
But-
HP left and toying nearly didn't work out, but still.
Yeah, the clearing coming in from Lego Chowder, right? Clearing top mid. It's a very uncharacteristic position for any of the defenders to be so early on in the round, but yet he still clears it with, perfect accuracy. And just like that, now they find themselves with a 2-round streak. Coming in is the gun round for both of these teams, so an important one to set the tone. Can RP get their footing into this half? Riggsy has the knives and he most likely will pop this out. Vision Striker's attack coming through! Oh, the knives! Oh, he whips
Oh!
all of them!
Okay, he does get the classic right click onto Lee for TKI Pro. Will take out Edamame. We'll have a Vandal working. Lego Chowder, though, top mid position, gets traded out by Riggsy. Already a 3v3 position, but the defenders have so much space onto tiles. TKI Pro will be challenged by Dream right now, and if he peeks out at the correct timing, he might be able to find 2.
That's one top
two,
mid,
though.
Riggsy,
Riggsy,
everything
though.
to do.
Yeah, he gets 1.
Spots
Will
the
he
last 2
find
as well.
2 more? Yes, he just needs to take them out on the head, but
Yeah,
will be
discipline.
playing it safe.
Discipline's the name of the game right here. He does not need to give away his life. He has the information. They know that they're basically in spawn. They have no other pieces of map control.
TKI Pro.
And they're buddying up together. See, at the top mid, we have Riggsy as well as the last player. Almost for the A's, but a hat.
1
Deny him
HP.
that luxury, right? 30 HP. The difference, they're teaming up together now. And I Love Chloe will finish things off. A messy round, but still, nonetheless, a victory for RP.
I mean, the amount of space taken by Rixie, despite whiffing the Blade Storm at the
Yeah,
start.
somehow he converts it at the end of the classic.
Luckily, he converted to the classic. He was, I mean, the enemy Killjoy was indeed paranoid,
Paranoid, flash, it
flash,
was everything that you could throw in into that mix.
and if
And
you still died in that situation, you'll be calling hacks. Yeah. He's dodging my bullet
yeah.
somehow.
And because Rixie only used the Blade Storm in the previous one, he can buy an op into this round. It's gonna be an important weapon that they want to keep in for multiple rounds. Oh, the turret! The turret's misplaced. It doesn't detect his position. This is horrible.
Oh,
This is a huge miss in. Oh my gosh!
it's on
Lifar
purpose.
still aware.
It's on purpose.
I highly doubt that's on purpose, but he is aware, I guess, of his slight mistake, and he corrects himself. He actually finds an opening frag on the main duelist, the main opper, the top frag of RP, and now the map in the palm of their hand. They're playing really passive, is RP, just playing for a little bit of information, jiggling these little corners.
Yeah, and Dream will pull out the guiding light, does not find any information, but Spam Shot's already giving him the info that there is a player named Main. Trailblazer being used on the catwalk. Edamame will be challenged as he closes the switch. Recon Dart used early to try and find these players trying to push in. Shock Darts exchange on the side of catwalk.
And this is enough. This is enough to deter them. They're going back towards the B side. That's the correct protocol. Only one player here, Lifa. Gotta be using the lockdown as well.
Killjoy will be challenged alone on the side. Will have the Nano Storm to work with. Does he pop them at the correct timing?
They're in already.
Yeah, they're in already. Spike being planted. One player in B main, three players on site.
This is tough. There's a lurk as well towards mid.
Horlocks though will be the first one in without any utility.
Without
Try
any help.
peeking. Yeah, I love Chloe. Will get the trade onto Penny, and he gets a second onto Lego Chowder, but he is left with all to do, as a hat will take him out.
Brilliant mid-round call coming in from SUDD. They realized there was at least two players towards the A side, and they said, hey guys, I think that the rotation has been coming through. We will just pivot and go towards the B. We already had B main control, right?
Yeah.
We saw Difa as the Killjoy was already towards B main because of that opening kill, right? He caught onto Rixie with that op peeking through, thinking that the turret was not going to detect him, but the discipline, right, to clear those corners. Lifa finds the opening pick and he calls for the rotate later on in the round. That is how they won. This time, aggressive push towards the A main.
Rixie pulling out the judge as he gets double flashed by his own teammate.
All good, right? No harm, no
all,
foul.
all good. He's not dead. And alright, okay.
Look at the adaptation. They realize A main's being taken over, so they go into the B side. And nobody's here to receive. Only Holox with the Sheriff in hand. And
Already
the Cosmic Divide, right, is so strong to cut off any rotations into the site.
RP will be forced to go into a 5v5 retake. They will have the Killjoy ultimate to work though. Do they place any players outside of the B site to try and counter this Killjoy ult? It might be huge.
They're completely boxed in though. Lego Chowder, very, very aggressive. They all fight towards CT. Holox, the only one to have any kills whatsoever. Now Rixie left alone with the judge. A beautiful, beautiful re-aggresh coming in from SUTD. They deny them the luxury of even setting up for their retake.
Push him. I
What
dare
a
you.
call coming through. TKY Pro has the op as well. That smoke will reveal the position of Rixie, and they're not going to give him the luxury of even getting a single kill. They know he has a judge. They know he has a close-range weapon. Not going to be pushing the issue. And Rixie's just going to be dying to the spike as well. The discipline coming in from SUTD. The calls. And the teamwork has been divine. 8-10 as SUTD stand in the lead.
Despite not having a super good defense round, giving it 6-6, I feel that they have a more meticulous attack half. The way they use their utility, the way they stack their players, and the way they attack a site, and the mid-game calls that they've been making, it's always so calculated. They base it off of the info that they have. Like, they know the players that are on site. And they just make it off the call so quick. They're so reactive to this. Already early trade coming trying to come through from the side of A main. Edamame will be playing a deep position towards A main. Operator already spotted from the side of SUTD. As they go on this attack, Lego Chowder will be up for a trade in the mid site. Already a duel going to happen. Riggsy does use the tailwind. Can he get out of
Ooh,
this? Yes, he can. But that would give so much mid control to the side of SUTD.
that's great coming from STD so far. They have the initial portion of mid. That's information at the very least. They know that there's a bunch of players towards mid as RP. And what's the call, right? Do you rotate over towards the B or the A side? Right now, they're not really sure. They're clearing out B main. This is great initiative coming in from RP. And they know nobody B main. Most likely gonna be an A finish.
Guiding Light already spotting that there are players on mid with the catwalk control that they have, with the guarding control that they have. They know they haven't walked up.
One smoke only. That's the only smoke they have. Lego Chowder. The last smoke being used.
Oh, he
Take
just
back
takes it back.
the
Maybe
timing.
saving a Nebula for
Yes,
retake.
saving it. But that's advanced position. Dream has no idea whatsoever that he could be this close.
Oh!
Lego Chowder, the playmaker. Look at the rotations now. They have the whole map to play around with. RP has no clue whatsoever where the attack's coming from. A mid push towards the B side. That's the name of the game. Holox running back to the hills.
Only
Drops the
12
lockdown
seconds.
as well. 10 seconds left. Everything to do. Holox stands tall at the back of the B side. They plant right in his face and he denies the spike plant.
They just delayed that a bit too long. I
Yeah.
think.
It was the correct call, but they brought the time down so low that they had no margin for error. And Holox realized that, running straight towards the back of the side, dropping down that lockdown, and just standing tall. They know that they're flustered. They have to rush him down, and he just stands his ground.
When they were
the
attacking, it was like
angle.
only 25 seconds left. Yeah. And
Yeah, exactly. It was the right call. It was
it
just
was
too
the right
little
call.
time.
It was
too
just
little
right
time.
call. Yeah, I feel so too.
Lego Chowder was a fantastic play for him, right? He beat
Yeah.
the timing from Dream.
Ooh.
Riggsy doesn't get what he wants this time.
Still, both teams trying to feel each other out right now. No more rush plays coming through. For SUTD, their attack has always been more of a default style, always waiting for
Yes.
the push to come through. Someone might over-aggress. Very, very good gameplay, very clean, but of course it might mean longer rounds. Like usually, right now it's already 1 minute into the round.
Information.
Yeah,
That's
s-
one at least.
one
Not too much to write
Trailblazer.
home about though. Most likely gonna be an A finish. There's a double stack towards this A main position. Edamame spots out the leg. Oh, TKY Pro has absolutely decimated that A main hold. Dream managed to claw one back. That's onto Lego Chowder, so the star player out for the round, but still. It's a 4 versus 3 post plan. You have 2 ultimates on the side of the defense. Seekers as well as Hunter's Fury to flush out positions. Not gonna be using Hunter's Fury, just gonna go in with the Seekers. The recon dart spots out, flooding
TKI
out
Pro.
towards heaven.
Spotted
Dream.
A main, yeah. Dream gets taken out as he floods in from the garden side, and already the A main side is not being cleared. But
What?
they mow the players down. Only
One
1v2
HP.
situation left. Penny,
Wow!
that was just Holox and I Love Chloe on the heaven side, just doing an
Aim
aim
labs.
labs. Yeah.
Jumping players,
All right, one by one.
triple
one by-
swinging, but somehow the heroics, right? They find all the kills necessary, both on extremely low HP, but they double drop at the same time to kill that lone hell player. What a recovery coming in for RP. It looked like it was wraps.
I was praising the side of SUTD for having good mid-game calls, but that was good mechanical calls. Like, 2 players on the side of heaven, and there was nothing you could do. All 3
It was
players speak at the same time.
They did peak together as UGD, but they just didn't hit the shot. TKY Pro opened things up towards A main right. Getting 2 kills just like that. Dry peeking was insane. But this time, a change of pace, a fast one towards the B side. I Love Chloe prepping the recon dart. Not ready for the push, but he still manages to get the hit shot. Tagged up is the second player, but will get spammed out of the round.
Players are very low from the
Very.
side of SUTD.
Penny has everything to do. He's the only player with full HP, and he has the Hunter's Fury.
Alarm bot being used, Trailblazer expended as
Do
well.
they spot
Does not see the player.
don't think
in
so.
B-main. Oh, but they
Wow.
do clear him despite that. And already 3v2 retake. No, make that a 3v1 on 1 HP. Dream gets the 2k, and the defuse will go through. 11-10, very close scoreline.
Incredibly close, but this time, right, RP play for that retake. They got a couple of kills on the initial execute, which was fantastic. to kick things off. And that flawless 3 versus 3 retake coming in for RP. That's exactly what you want to see on the defense of Ascent.
And the way that I Love Chloe and Holox have been holding it down on sites, and the synergy they have when they retake. I mean, from the previous round, and from the round before that alone, the 3K on a heaven. Like you can tell that these players have been playing together for a very long time. They
Yeah.
trust each other. They trust each other to hold the angles. And of course, on the other side, I feel that SUTD they have the better strats. They have the better mid game calling, especially when the time dwindles down to 1 minute, when the defaults are over, when you ran out of utilities to use. They have the bare utilities available, and they know what the opponent has used, so they can counter the plays. Likewise, they nearly got the side, but I felt that it was just a bit of a time crunch.
Yeah, the retake was coming in pretty swift coming through from RP. But again, right, the double hold coming in from Holox as well as, if I'm not mistaken, it is I Love Chloe at the back of the B side. They
Yeah.
managed to get a couple of kills, and in the meantime, their teammates coming in for a fast retake already. They cleared out the B main position. I think it's a bit of a misstep coming in from, if I'm not mistaken, it was Penny as the
Yeah.
Silva, right, towards B main. I had to stay alive a little bit longer. I had to sort of bait his teammates in order to get an advantage in that situation. But it is what it is.
And
Equal
now,
round coming in this time for SUTD as RP, prepare to get themselves onto that coveted map point.
and I feel that RP they have stronger mid control in the form of defense because they put more players on mid. Like they have the Sky and the Jet playing mid, one player on B main, and it feels a lot more
Whoa.
map control given to the side of RP at the early stage of the round. But then again, if you whiff an upshot, you have to give it away.
Crucial round this one. Big, very, very important. This time it's going to be an A split coming through.
For the first time, the Killjoy is playing into A. They are walking into Killjoy utility though. Cosmic Divide being used to section out heaven.
Oh
Whiffing his shots. I Love Chloe does get one, but instantly traded out. It's already a 3v4 retake with the Silver ult available. Make that a 3v3 as the Seekers does get taken out. A Hat will not have it available right now. Will they spot the player that is in a short?
Both have to be flushed out, right? But the problem is that Lego Chowder is still alive. A smoke towards that A main position is crucial. Do they clear out A shot though? No, they don't.
No.
That could be a huge issue later on. TKY Bro still here, ready to fight, but Riggsy with the headshot. And a second one to boot. Lego Chowder cannot find a single frag. And just like that, RP, they reach 12. A crucial retake together with the lockdown. And Riggsy with two fantastic shots to shut down the hopes and dreams of SUTD.
It's a ready match point. It's either overtime or RP wins. And I feel that the way Riggsy was playing just now, it was reminiscent of how Lego Chowder was so aware of these angles, and it's so similar on the other side as well. When you're on the defense side, you have to be wary of both angles. He knows that there's nobody heaven. He knows that there's nobody on site, but there might be a player on A short.
Fantastic shots coming in. This AWP has really, really shown its damage in the last couple of rounds. And again, an aggressive push. RP loves to do this towards B main this time. Riggsy holding the angle. Edamame ready to swing off of his contact. As double initiators clear out mid. Get some pieces of information as a Jet with his knives just around the corner.
Ooh, haircut. Does have the tailwind activated.
No.
Does not find the headshot onto Dream.
Important trade there. Holox with everything to do. Two players here to receive. Knocks down one. Almost gets the second, but it's 4 versus 2. They both have the last two ultimates, right? You have the lockdown as well to Hunter's Fury. And they have control over the A side, but nothing more and nothing less.
And the door instantly broken by the cabbage and the spam. There is another Seeker coming through as the recon dart will be spotting him out. They know both positions. Our drone has to be used over here. The tag will be coming through, but will he get a spam? Hunter's Fury to try and protect Leafer. And Leafer does use the ultimate and ready. I Love Chloe and Riggsy just flushing them out. Congratulations to RP for taking away the first map. Very close game indeed.
What a close map, right? RP on the ropes at the the beginning of the second half. They got ecoed in that second round. But together, they pull themselves bit by bit, round by round. Riggsy with some fantastic shots, and that Holox and I Love Chloe retake onto the A side.
That
That
was
was
insane.
crucial retake coming through, and I mean team effort coming in from Sam RP, Lego Chowder as well as TKY Pro, both you
Yeah.
know carrying that team over the line, but unfortunately just not enough to make it at the very end right there. That retake coming through, nice and
Yeah,
swift, a bit of
definitely.
a breakdown of communications. The lockdown plays down, one player inside, one player stuck towards A main. It's
I
a
mean,
bit of a
at
disjointed
that
action.
point they already knew where the players were,
Yeah,
and it was kind of
it
like
was bit of a scramble, a bit of desperation, but nonetheless, right? Congratulations to RP. They are 1-0 up in the series. Close map, but still, it's a map nonetheless. 10 or 13 to 10 does the map go to RP as
13 and 10 indeed. And look at this little nice AOC pillow that I have. So we'll be going for a short break. But before that, this has been your favorite caster and my favorite caster, Koldan. Hello, and Moman. And we'll be seeing you guys shortly for game 2 after this break. Bye. Hello, guys, and welcome back. It was a short break. We are going into game 2. Once again, this is your caster, Moman, and with me is, once again, my favorite caster. What's your name? What's your name?
it's Colden.
Oh, Colton. All
Yeah,
right.
of course, join with me, right? Moment, the goat himself.
Meh.
All right, but I guess you
Yeah,
could call Riggsy the goat in the previous map.
that was insane. That was insane. I didn't expect. I mean, Riggsy is a household name. He
He is,
dominated the
yes.
previous Campus Legends as well. He did so well for RP, but of course, they finished strong top four as well. And for the next map, we will be going in Haven. What do you expect when you go into this map, Haven? I mean, what I see out of Haven usually is I want to see a Breach, I want to see a Sova, I want to see a Jet, and I want to see them play their hearts out with a utility. The Cloudburst, the Fault Line, the Flashpoint, everything on point. Together, the Recon Dart.
I
And of course, controller. Do you prefer Astra? Do you prefer Omen?
I think Astra and Omen it's kind of interchangeable, right? Depending on the
Yes.
playstyle.
Nice.
The thing about Haven is that we have quite a bit of options as the
Mm,
initiators, right? Breach is very in meta,
yeah.
especially thanks to the DRX, popularization of
Ah,
Breach.
yes, of
You
course.
have Sky that has really been, coming up very in a lot of Asian compositions recently, regardless of map. And Haven, one of the maps that is very popular as well. We got Sova, we got Fade as the two scan initiators. Another two great options that you can put into Asian composition. It really comes down to the playstyle and how you want to really, utilize your agents, utilize the
Mm,
utility, and how you run different compositions. But we're going to be jumping into the agent select just in a
yeah. We
moment to
don't need
look
to
at.
talk about the agents if the agents are on the screen.
That is
So
true.
yeah,
That is true.
I want to see the Breach. I want to see the Sova. I want to see the Jet. The Sentinel is usually a killjoy because of how constricted Haven is, right? You want to have the lockdown available for your defense, available to retake the site. And also, when you're attacking, the A short cubby is so accessible. Like, it just, with the Aldrone alone, with the Recon Dart, with just another form of fault line, you can take A short so easily, and then you can place your ulti there.
Yeah, that's true. And because of the nerf, or rather the buff
The buff.
to the Killjoy lockdown itself, you need a little bit more than just one piece of utility to break it, right? The breach
Mm,
aftershock is not going to be enough. You gotta bolster it up with a bit of damage from other sources, either your gunfire or maybe it's shock darts, right?
yeah,
I've seen
that's right.
combinations where you aftershock that a aftershock the shock cubby there,
Short cubby,
where
yeah.
a lot of teams like to put a Killjoy ultimate, and then you have a Sova shock dart lineup that
Yeah,
actually
you
destroys
gotta
that
have
lockdown.
lineups right now, and even when you, especially for A is so prominent for this kind of thing. But we haven't talked about Garage. Like Garage is also a very key site when it comes to retaking C, when it comes to retaking B, and I feel that a lot more teams are playing towards the Garage control right now. And with the breach, with the fault line, with the flashpoint, and the Omen as well with the paranoia, you just clear out the entirety of Garage. So it feels like it's whoever uses the utility first gets control of Garage will control that site control for the rest of the game.
Yeah, that is a great point there, but similar to the previous map, where not too many agent differences between these two teams, right?
Yes.
Pretty standard meta compositions. You have the Killjoy versus the Cypher. That
Cypher.
is the main difference. I don't think it's going to be too much of uh, a difference, I would say, in the grand scheme of things. It's really down to your playstyle. If you have nice trips, kill trips, you can employ as Cypher, as well as the infinite range of your trips. You don't really have to worry about playing around your utility like the Killjoy has to. But again, it's got to be in Haven, and RP are going to be starting on the attacking side, which I would say is slightly more favored, right? Especially on a three-side map. There's a lot more opportunities for the attackers to really manipulate those rotations, really abuse the size of this map, cause the defenders to have confusion.
Yeah. And I mean, if let's say the defenders are really confused, it's a three-side map. After all, it's an attack-sided map. I feel that Haven is always and always gonna be an attack-sided map. When you have three maps, when you have three map sites, and already a very fast
Oh,
tailwind
it's a
as
split towards
Rigsy.
C itself, and
What?
Riggsy with a double kill. And there's lurks around every single corner. TKY Pro gets spotted out, but spins on a dime. Dream.
The
Little
Jets?
uncharacteristic miss.
The
Low
Jets?
HP, but still in a 3 versus 3 Edamame up against the likes of TKY Pro, but now just a 1 versus 3. And Penny cannot find anything more than just the one, and this is
Oh,
a
tactical
beautiful
crouching.
strat that I'm pretty sure Edamame loves to employ. It's a B fake into a C split from Garage. So
Yeah.
not the typical garage split where you enter towards that little connector. You actually go through their spawn. You go towards defender spawn, catch them on their backside, right, with the hits turned against you. And that's how Riggsy actually managed to get those first two opening frags. TKY Pro did amazing to somehow find the second kill as well.
Yeah, it's
But
very refreshing to see that they are using the strat instead of the standard A-link hit
yeah,
where you go through A short and A long. And already we were going to have a bonus round from the side of RP on the side of attackers, but TKY Pro
I
does
love this skin.
invest into a Marshall though. And the new skin
Yeah, the
though
new skin line. I mean, oh my gosh,
looks sick. It
I
looks
might
sick.
just have to get it.
Ah, cha-ching baby, cha-ching. And TKI Pro, he does
Spot it out. They know he's
spot the
here.
knife out. Outdrone being used to clear
Look at
him.
the
Does get the
respect.
tag though. Yeah, the respect. That's a very huge piece of utility just to clear him out. Ooh, almost a leg. And already
Paranoia.
Paranoia.
There's a couple of players here towards the side. Lego Chowder somehow gets the first one. And TQI Pro catches on the Edamame as well. They don't have control over the site. Or TQI Pro flashed and scanned out of position. But there's still one player towards Heaven. They flutter towards CT. The 2 versus 2. Things could not be any closer. Dream controls his spray, takes him down. Penny left alone again. This time in a
Sliver.
1 versus 2 with 1 HP. But RP cleans things up at the very end. It was a dicey affair, but they still walk away with the 2 rifles that they brought in that previous round.
I think it's still kind of a wash. It's still kind of even in terms of economy for both teams. The side of RP, they will want to buy up rifles, so it won't be a bonus round. It's definitely some
Nope.
form of investment going in.
Yes.
And there, of course, on the other side of SUTD, they did have a bit of marshals, they did have a bit of frenzies, a bit of little advanced miniature weaponry to work with. Now we'll be having half armor but full utility on the side of SUTD, but they are stacking more players onto C. There's actually 3 players, and I feel that this is correct, right?
There's 2 players here to receive. The Omen as well as the Cypher scanned out. Tagged down, but they're blind and they're scanned. They're all falling down. Just one player again. Lego Chowder at the back of the side with the short. He cannot find a single kill.
Yeah.
Beautiful entries coming through from RP. A concerted effort as all 5 players enter the site. And now they assume their post-plant positions. The drone coming in to clear out any corners. But again, look at this lurk coming in for Edamame. He's got to be coming in later on into this one. Around the smoke. Weegsy finds the kill onto open wide, and Edamame as well catching TKY Pro as Holox closes things out. It's a flawless round.
Flawless round on both the buy rounds. And that was just the attack side power coming through from the double initiator on the jet. The scan, the fault line, the
The
flashpoint.
paranoia as well.
Paranoia, you couldn't do anything. Even though 2 players were stacked up backside, they tried to counter utility, they tried to counter paranoia. There was just not enough time. Even though the players were blind, the scan still finds you. And of course, with that, they just took them down so easily. Already, only sheriffs and
Yeah.
marshals.
Now down the ego, it's going to be difficult. Mid push coming through, TKY Pro. Again, the spearhead of this assault.
He didn't upgrade the sheriff.
Kind of like the old school sheriff.
You like the old school one?
It looks has that, retro appeal to me. It's a classic.
It looks like
design.
some other game. Some character that says high noon.
Yeah, it might just be that. The 3 players was the A side though. They might just say hi to a couple more attackers and execute into the side itself.
Open
Unfortunately, can't
wide.
get anything. Open wide, the only one to find a single frag is fights towards the flank as well. But Edamame closes things off, and Isla Chloe stands and fights. They swing together. The smoke comes down, and it's difficult for them to go for this retake. The 3 versus 2. They don't have many weapons to work with. Any
But
damage
still.
would be great. A kill, fantastic.
Recon dart
Anything
will be
more?
going through. Does scan out Dream?
Oh,
No, he does
Dodges
not.
it.
Oh, aware of the position from Penny as Leifer does get the trade, but Chloe just cleans up the round. I mean, that was still, I feel like that was kind of a win in SUTs, but already RP's economy is too far gone.
Yeah, at this point in time, you want to get rounds, right?
Yeah, you wanna
It
get
was an equal
rounds.
round, alright. But now you're 0-4. You need to start getting rounds on the board. What is the call, right? TKY Pro has the knives. Penny's one off his Sova ultimate. That could be something more influential in the round, but he has to get that opening frag first. He might just be able to collect that orb towards A. The problem is the only one there up against 4 players, RP, sieging towards his position. Scanned out and has to fall back to a safer angle. This time around, A control, A lobby is short as well as long. All in the hands of RP. They can go for a fast take if they want to. No one actually within the site.
Already a Killjoy ultimate, the one, A short one that we talked about, will be taking the full control of site. I mean, just wait 5 to 3 seconds, and then they will have the full site to work with. And it'll be a 5v5 retake coming in from the side of SUTD, but one player gets detained.
And the Mummy's on this lurk as well. If he times it correctly, he can just cause a lot of issues for the side of SUTD. I think he gets spotted out, so he's actually just gonna dip away from the action. Lego
Look at
Chowder,
this, Lego is so aware.
they want to flush him out, but Edamami's playing it safe. He's going back towards his team. Lifa gets the opening kill. TKY Pro dashes from the heavens, gets the second as well.
Third?
Almost finds the third. I Love Chloe running back to safety. But suddenly, in a 1 versus 4, Edamami with everything to do, and he gets countered by his counterpart. Lego Chowder shuts him down. This retake seemed impossible, yet they pulled it off with just 1 casualty.
That was just the breach and the jet going
How
ham
did
on
TKY
site.
Pro get 2 kills like that?
The first one was stun. The second one was...
The second one was inexcusable.
inexcusable, yeah.
Dream needed to get that kill, and I Love Chloe couldn't even secure a clean one at that. He was eventually traded out at the very end.
I mean,
what
if
a
he had
retake.
more bullets, TKY Pro had more bullets, or he landed a headshot onto either Chloe, it would have been a 3K. That's how close it was. That's how close it was, and that's how clean it was from the side of the retake. And already a full stack from RP onto the C site. There will be heavy pressure on the C long side as the Aldron will be coming through. Lego Chowder alone on the site as the Rolling Thunder will be used.
Oh, behind him, in the smoke itself. Oh no! Open wide and Lifa both find frags. The spike gets lost in the mix. They don't even get control of the site. They don't even get a single kill.
We got a game. We got a game. I mean,
That was a mishap of the greatest degree, stunning up your entry fragger. Right, we saw Rixie flying above the site, but he was stunned. And the proactive retake coming in. Lifa just running out of the enemy smoke, killing Rixie in the midst of his stun.
Is it the breach at fault, or is it the jet for going too fast?
It's a
Just
team it's a
miscommunication.
team
Yeah,
error.
it's just
It's a team error.
miscommunication.
Not one person is to blame. It was
Yeah.
it was missteps upon each other, right? One person falling over and then everybody tripping over that person.
RP still with a 2-round lead. They will have the Blade Storm to work with for this round. Hunter's Fury available for the post plan. But despite that, TKY Pro looking sharp. Looking sharp indeed as he finds the lurk player onto B. Already full A site. Full A long site has been given to RP, but they do have control short. Already pushing up though is the enemy breach. And he has his flank timing. Penny spots the Avengers and A
Open
long.
wide.
Yeah, he has timing, and now they're stuck onto
Oh,
A
they're pushing
site.
heaven. Oh my gosh, Rixie taking the initiative. He makes a hero play, but his teammates are lost in the site. They get all mowed down. He's the last man standing in
They
the
know where he
heavens.
is.
What else can he muster? A difficult endeavor,
way.
and they just stick the spike as well. Not planted for his position. That push from open wide, the early flank. What a beautiful,
That was insane.
beautiful initiative play coming in from him.
That was insane. Like finding the gap in the timing where all 4 players were pushed up A long, and then Penny peeked out, giving them the information that, yo, there's a lot of players A long.
Yeah.
There's a lot of players A long, and they're looking at me. You push, you push.
Nobody was marking that short position.
nobody.
Nobody was aware whatsoever. A missed sight coming in from RP.
Edamame was there, but he was the
Busy
smoker.
prepping
Yeah, he
smokes,
was
right?
he
He's
was
busy
he was
prepping
busy in
smokes.
his form. Already full A side control. No, full A lobby attack will be coming through from the side of RP. Already early aggression, but not fighting for the site as they move towards garage instead.
Cover going out.
Still posturing for positions are these players. They want to feel out the utility usage from the side of SUTD, especially if they don't have this utility for retake. You want to aggress up these positions. And now the garage control becomes very pivotal for the side of RP as they are investing in Aldrone to try and take the space.
Look at the rotations already. 4 players here to receive. Lego Chowder gets spotted out in the corner, but they don't clear him out. He's just standing and fighting into the side itself. And oh, Liva still manages to survive. He gets scanned out, but he still connects the frags. He doesn't care. He's being scanned out. Rixie finally gets him out of the round, but he's on 10
1
HP.
Yeah, 1 bullet would do it. And Can he make magic happen? He does have the tailwind activated. The Aldrum will be able to flush him out. Does tag him. Does
Yeah,
tag him.
a
They just need
spam.
to spam.
Oh,
Oh, tailwind. And already one operator.
wow,
Never
Penny.
mind. Never mind.
Nice shock dart coming through.
Never
What?
mind.
And retake coming in from him. I mean, 1 HP was a difficult one to fend off two fantastic players.
Yeah, you have the likes of TKY Pro and Penny. Penny, shock darts and recon darts. Aldrone has been on point. And the amount of respect he gives to the enemy opponent. Like when Rigsy had the Marshal, he still used the Aldrone to clear him. He will not hesitate to use utility to clear out the enemy players if you can secure a frag. And that's what you want to do as an initiator, especially if you have two on your team. You want to try and use your utility as much as possible to secure these frags and secure the space for your team.
Yeah, low armor this time. This is the last buy the RP's gonna have. They lose this one. 4 in a row already for SCTD. They've even up the scoreline.
Yeah, it was 4-0 to begin with.
Hunter's Fury available for the side of RP. And TKY Pro again, aggressing with this operator.
This gives RP, I mean SUTD, so much info. And open wide will be playing in a deeper angle, actually.
Look at where TKY Pro is. He has so much information over the A lobby position. He can call for his teammates to rotate back.
Flash being telegraphed.
Oh my gosh,
Open
open
wide.
Oh, Lifa, I think he's being spotted. They know he's here. They know he's somewhere in this vicinity. And the paranoia is good. Holox finds the trade frag. And the dark cover towards the CT spawn position will deny the retake from coming in. The assistance.
Does go through. It's
Lego Chow.
4v5 retake. Yeah.
Rixie from up and above. Oh, he gets spotted out. Fantastic angle to work around with. Lego Chowder goes down, and that's just smokes out for this retake. They can't smoke out long position. The stun coming through, and TKY Pro with the headshot. The knives are out. The Blaze Storm is ready. I love Chloe around the corner. Fantastic flash coming through. The crab walk spray. And a team ace to close things out as RP finally break their silence. After 4 rounds in a row for SUTD, RP finally get.
Things
Well,
were
they
looking,
break that streak.
Things were looking kind of dicey when TKY Pro just found the player backside. Just that they didn't have the form of utility to clear out front side because it was only a jet. And it was only a jet, and it was only a Sova, which already expanded the utility for the retake. They won't have the operator this round, but Rigsy will have the knives, the Blade Storm to work with.
Yeah, it's a costly round, but nonetheless, it's still a round, right? That's what you want. TKY Pro with the operator in hand. They send Rigsy on a lone mission towards the smoke. They have a decent amount of control towards A, as well as short. But SUTD are suspectful of this. Look at the rotations.
4 players leaning towards A, and 4 players from RP leaning towards A as well. This is gonna be a brawl if anybody just tries and peek an angle.
There's a Hunter's Fury that they might want to use, but Edamame open things up. Fantastic frag. That's the only player within the site itself. Oh, and Rigsy blindsides TKY Pro. He's going to the heavens. The right click of the ages. Takes him down. It's a 5 versus 2 just in the blink of an eye.
That was disgusting from
Oh,
Rigsy.
and they steal the op as well. What a hits a play coming in from RP.
This guy, like a thief in the night, operator on him, as Lego Chowder will be left with all to do. 1v4 situation, fault line. They know exactly where he is.
Yeah.
I mean, Leafar was the only one left with all to do.
I mean, Rigsy, his updrafts in this map have been beautiful. I mean, time and time again, it shows that he's not afraid to take a fight towards heaven.
Yeah, it's been phenomenal.
Regardless
actually.
whether he has a rifle, whether he has knives, he just updrafts up there and just takes the fight.
And the timing is always works out for him. Like, if the player is not inside the smoke, is usually outside the smoke, or trying to use some form of utility. And he always is looking out for that. He's like, oh, this guy's outdroning. Oh, this guy, I heard his footsteps going out. Timing to go up it's just insane.
Yeah, it's fantastically done, and that's exactly what you need from RP, right?
Yes,
They've
that's
got 4
exactly
rounds in
what
a
you
row,
need.
and then countered by SUTD. But now they're coming in with the adaptations. They're slowly understanding how SUTD like to play that map, how they like to have those rotations. And now they're really coming to their own. Rixie seems very fired up. That opening frag, although we didn't really see it, Edamame somehow just contact plays, finds open wide, just standing in the middle of the A-shot cubby. And, you know, that's how the cookie crumbles. You lose the opening frag, it steamrolls. it is a viable strategy, right, to
Mm,
constantly hit A over and over again, especially if it works. We've seen it in Pacific where Team Secret up against DRX, right? DRX is a notorious team on Haven, but Team Secret hit the A site every
so
single
many
round
times.
of their
So
attacking
many
side.
times.
And it worked, and they
I-
beat
If it
DRX, but
works, don't break it.
I
You know.
guess, taking a page out of the Pacific team's book, but not entirely, right? They add a little bit of
Time.
spice to it. This time it's gonna be a C execute.
Already.
There's a piece of wire right
Ooh.
there. Catches Reek on his execute. But the
Uh,
players in the side already.
not
Leafar
dead.
finds the first one. Breaks the dart as well. Lego Chowder just stands in the midst. Pick up the spike as well. They're going back towards the A site from the shadows from Edamame. And they have a free A site to take control of.
Yeah,
The
with
lockdown as
the
well, gonna be
lockdown.
flooding out all of the players.
They do have the Hunter's Fury to flush it out if they want to, but I
think he's just
believe
going for
they're
the,
just
the
going for
spike.
the
Yeah,
retake. Yeah, the
the
spike
plant
isn't
deny.
even planted yet.
Once the spike's being tapped, the Hunter's Fury should be coming out. Edamame,
Ah,
suspectful of that.
good
Great
call.
heads up.
Open wide though.
Oh, he just
get the
stands and fights.
first kill, and already trade's going out.
Out
Aleph
from
going
heaven.
for 2. Yeah.
Both of them drop. The spike's not even being planted yet. The retake's already coming through. Edamame required. 2 more kills needed from him. He TP's out of there. He's going for the around the world play.
He still has time, and both players are still
Yeah,
in
he's booking it, and they have no idea whatsoever. They still think he's towards the A site, slowly clearing things out. He's gonna have a lot of time to reposition.
Yeah, this reposition will be very pivotal. If he can find...
He needs to play aggressive.
Yeah, he needs to. He needs to. This is the correct play to play aggressive, but
SUT, they're playing together. That's what you want. That's what you need. And he
might
should
see
be able.
SUTD being
He hears the
aware of this, though.
footsteps. Yeah, he hears the
Yeah,
footsteps.
he hears
Edamame.
it. If he finds it on the cross here.
He knows both are here. The first one, necessary. And the second, good.
Oh.
Paranoia hits as well. And there's smoke. He has no idea whatsoever. Penny with full HP. The spike's not planted by Edamame if he goes from CT. If he sticks this, he wins.
Yeah. He's
Edamame,
he's
the
halfway.
doubts in his mind. Edamame with everything to do. The Clutch King himself. Edamame with 3 in the round. 1 versus 2 clutch around the world. And he takes it all for himself.
Dies for his misdeeds into destroying SUDD's setup. I mean, TKY Pro, he cleared that angle. It was a lazy clear. It was like a lazy clear. Like, I'm looking here. And,
Yeah,
didn't bother
you
committing it.
needed the trade factor to come in instantly, right? The little bit of gap. Edamame playing that off angle, it's difficult to clear
It's
that, right?
difficult
As
to
you're
clear
running
that.
towards the seaside, you expect him to be somewhere in front of you.
And the
But you
follow-up-
have to sort of turn around to clear his position. Fantastically done from the IGL of RP. And this just sends, shockwaves into the side of SUT. What can they muster now? They've lost that streak of theirs 3 in a row, this time for RP, and looking for the very last one. 2 fantastic ultimates to work
RP
around
now mostly swinging towards mid as spam will be coming through. Flashpoint does get used early. Holox, though,
massive
early
pick.
kill.
That's
I'll
your
tell you
lone A
what,
player.
That's the lone A player, yeah. Spike will be making its way towards A as Dream will get taken out. That's their recon dart, and Sova, Aldro gone. But they still will have a Rolling Thunder to work with.
Exactly. That is pivotal, especially on this retake, right? They can prevent the retake from coming in with that
Yeah.
Rolling Thunder. It's a very, very strong ultimate.
Already a post-plant situation being set up. Killjoy turret will be spotting the players flooding out of CT, but there is a flank on the side of Lego Chowder coming through.
Spotted.
Yeah, spotted instantly by the alarm bot. The players will be wary. RP has a very good post-plant position though.
Rolling Thunder, beautifully done. Look at the time delay. Stunned up. And there's a smoke in front of them. The aftershock as well,
Oh.
forced into the midst of things. The duels come out in favor of RP. They all fall down as RP clean up shop with 4 rounds to end the half. After a resurgence from SUTD, RP answers with 4 more of their own. Look at the scoreline. Look at the timeline.
Chloe, and why do you love her, and why are you so good at timings, dude?
Beautifully done. That was just textbook plays, right?
Yes.
off the
Textbook play.
contact of players flooding out from CT, you use the Rolling Thunder, you put down the smoke, you just flood in utility because there is no other option for them.
And the
And
crazy thing was the alarm bot was there to.
Alarm Bot caught Lego Chowder as well, right? The man that was leading the charge on the map of Ascent now at the bottom of the scoreboard. Uncharacteristic,
Uncharacteristic
right?
indeed.
You kind of need him to really lead the charge as well as on the defensive side, but now pressure TKY Pro as the duelist, solo duelist on this attacking side. It's got to be a team effort if they want to win this. RP up 8 and 4 as we dive into the second pistol. Rigzy not aware of this
Oh,
position.
Lego
Lego Chowder,
Chowder.
they need that kill. He does. Open wide trades onto Dream as well. There's still one more player towards the site.
Early two-man advantage for the side of SUTD, but they will be continuing on this A hit.
Looks like it.
Two players stacked up on site. One flashpoint available for I Love Chloe.
Wow.
Gets the better of Lego Chowder. Will be up for one
Oh!
more, and he gets it.
What is this? Absolute
Ace?
devastation on the A side.
Ah?
Lifa, paranoid, running for the hills. He has the spike though. Does he work things out? Is he aware that they're around this corner? Lifa.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
it clears him out.
Oh
One
my
more, but
God.
not enough. Edamame
That was
saves
so
his
close.
team from
It just
disaster.
nearly swung the other way. You know, it just nearly swung the other way.
Yeah.
I Love Chloe with 4K, and then Alifo nearly with the 2K to close things out. But now already a 5-round advantage for the side of RP. And it will be the bonus round on the defense as well. You don't really want to walk into this setup, especially when they have better weapons. Especially when the kills are
Yeah,
won.
both pistols won by RP, right?
Yeah.
Let's make sure they don't get ecoed because that happened in the previous map, right? We don't want a repeat of history.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that's a very nice camera position.
That is a juicy cam, right?
Yeah,
Able to look at a lot of different angles. It's a very difficult one to clear out properly because it's in sort of like hanging in the middle of nowhere.
yeah, and your favorite sheriff is.
But again, look at the positionings of where the jet is, right? On the defense, Rixie has all this control over A short.
There's
They can put 4 players
so
towards
much
B and C.
information. And unlike SUTD, even though Riggsy spots the whole of A main, just now Penny from the other side was still playing on A heaven, but instead of playing on A heaven, you see how the Silva is located all the way to A link, ready to help if there's any pressure, but only off of his contact. Look at it,
There
Riggsy
we
gets
go.
the first pick. And shortly, we will see Silva rotating in from A link. He has utility prepared probably, recon darts. Never mind. He just gets the first pick.
One by one,
Doesn't matter.
they walk into his crosshair, and one by one they fall. Dream, within the smoke itself, there is a player. Lego Chowder, just on the midst of things, pushes on the reload, and what? He gets a
What?
collateral double kill? Lego Chowder
How?
somehow almost does him a Rigzy on for the ace. 4 kills in a round,
He wants
despite
this.
the
He
heroics.
smells the blood in the water. Penny does not give him the ace as Holox will just clean things out. I mean,
What?
Riggsy.
Wait, how did he get a collateral hit, double hit shot? I mean, it's Lego Chowder things, right?
This game is not normal, man. This game is not normal.
This not normally.
Yeah, I mean, you see Riggsy, he's just no scoping on the Marshall,
I
just
mean,
running
the
around.
Marshall
getting
is
a
a
4K.
disgusting weapon put in the right hands, right?
Yeah. And then the sheriff is a disgusting weapon put in the right hands
Yeah, of
too.
course, yeah, yeah. I wish we could see that POV. Unfortunately,
Unfortunately, not.
I mean, right? They didn't win the round
They
anyway.
didn't win the round anyway. It's 2K.
Rixie with the 4K in the
Doesn't
round.
matter, you know. This is
Full A control this time.
no impact. No impact kills.
Look at the map control, right? They've denied access. That smoke there towards A lobby.
But what I want to see out of SUTD is they should try and clear either this A lobby control out, or they should try and commit to another side on the map. They have been playing this slow play since the start of the round, and I feel that fast play would benefit them, especially against RP's slow setup.
Ooh, Dream spotted out. He's stuck here. Taken down by Rixie. Oh, he plays in front of his smoke. This is dangerous. Very, very dangerous. And Teddy punishes his excessive push towards
get
that
a
A lobby
take.
now. And Amami with everything to do. The paranoia is perfectly done. There's one more player towards Long though. Gets taken down now in a 2 versus 2. TKY Pro. The bonus round coming in from RP. Can they deny him? They know one's planting. They know the positions. TQI Pro around this corner, and I Love Chloe flashes out. They hard clear his angle. 1 versus 1, but open wide swings off his contact. And a crucial round win. 1 player left standing, but I mean, that was fantastic coming in from RP. So much damage, and now look at the economy from the side of SUTD. Not in a good shape whatsoever. They cannot buy full rifles and full armor into this one. They have to go for some reservations.
Yeah, double digits on the side of RP, but still, SUTD with that play was kind of fresh. Open Wide used the flashpoint to signal that there's no player in Graffiti because he flashed his own player. His TKR Pro was flashed as well. So they didn't really clear that angle on Graffiti as well.
Big pick coming in. Open wide. Takes down the lead duelist for the side of RP. Fantastic shots coming in from Holocks. Open wide. Actually finds a trade frag onto the B side. They've got control of this.
Yeah,
Lifa,
clears
playmaker
out.
himself, using the ultimate to reveal the last 2 positions, and they're nowhere near the B side. A crucial round win with shabby weapons. Yet they still get the lead. So far, Dream gets dinged in the process, and now just running for his life towards
All
heaven.
falls down to the Omen player in A lobby, but he's still going for the save though. Edamame is just trying to save you. He's just trying to survive, and hopefully they just don't find him.
Yeah, he was spotted towards their flank, so they are cautious of their mid position. He's made his way all the way towards the A side. They're not really suspecting this, but
He sees a rifle.
oh, is he going for the knife? Go for the knife, Edamawi. Go for the knife.
Ooh, he gets 2 though.
A bit of damage.
I mean,
But
we talked about SUTD's economy. Didn't look too good. Maybe 3 rifles away.
yeah, I would
do
like
some
that
damage.
rifle. I would have liked it if Edamami actually saved that rifle, because if you look at the economy now, they
Yeah,
would really love to have 1 rifle
they
in their
need-
ranks.
They kind of need the rifle right now. A Guardian? Are they going for the force buy?
They
I-
might
I
go
don't- I don't
for
like this,
a
but-
hero.
I think it's a team decision.
Yeah, it is a team decision. They are going for a bit of a force. Edamami, not sure if he's gonna be buying into this one. Okay, he is, right. So this is gonna be a
Yeah.
force push towards their spawn. The breach ult used up, and Riggsy already on his mission towards that spawn position. But SUTD have read this. Look at where they're at.
That was what I was talking about. They need to commit to other sides other than A.
The spike!
Spike!
Wait, no! Penny got lost in the mix. He got cut off from his team. And now they have the entirety of the C side, but they don't have the spike.
They have the
Oh
open
my
ulti.
gosh,
What
Lego
a
Chowder,
save.
what a save from him.
That looks
Oh.
so dire. That looks so dire. What happened? Why was Penny in base?
He got caught up by the Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, indeed.
He left alone by his teammate, but thank God for
Yeah,
Lego
the-
Chowder, right? His
from the
ultimate
shadows
saved
was
them this
available.
round.
And already spike planted for
Wait a
backside.
minute.
Wait. Oh my god,
Wait
that
a
recon
darn
dart.
minute. In the
TK.
smoke itself, Riggsy around the smoke, but TK Goro gets 2, Leafar 1 as well, and 1 versus 2. Dream with everything to do.
One more kill. Spike not planted for TKY. He goes for the half.
Oh, TKY Pro with the 4K in a round, saving his team of absolute misery. Went back and forth, right? The Rolling Thunder was a fantastic initiative, right? To push any attackers.
That round was a roller coaster. The Rolling
Wow.
Thunder caught out Penny. The spike was lost. You had to use from the shadows.
Yeah.
The recon dart wasn't broken. Edamame died. Then a TKY
And
Pro
TKY Pro required to
just-
go
yes.
to go nuclear.
had to go clutch mode. Had to go clutch mode. It's like, let me put you guys in my backpack. I'ma carry you guys.
Yeah. 3 rounds in a row so far, so a nice streak coming through from SUTD. Now an eco is RP.
And once again, they are going for this 4-man push.
Oh, great
Riggsy
kill.
will get the better of Leafer in this mid trade. TKI Pro a bit stunned up by his own Rolling Thunder, but there's nobody on site.
Alright, look at the ultimates as well. Double Hunter's Fury.
Only Sheriffs on the side of RP to work with.
Wow, spam coming through. TKY Pro is down on 1 HP, 31 to be exact. Are they gonna hard clear him though? Yes, they do.
gets one in the process, though. It's still a 2v2 retake.
On Hunter's Fury as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, up and above. Do they just take the fight? Yeah, out in the
Oh, there's
open.
no
Nothing to
chance.
do. Open wide. Actually gets both of those frags. SUTD, they mop up that eco round and they will close up this lead with just 2 the difference. 8-10 now.
No chance, no chance. And 8-10, really even scoreline. We were looking at 10-5, if I'm not wrong, and they already brought it. No, 10-4.
It was 10-4, yeah.
Yeah, it was 10-4, and once again, 4 rounds in a row for SUTD. I mean, guess 4 is the name of the game here.
Let's see if they
Four,
can
four,
make it to
four.
5, right?
Yeah,
Gun
see that
round
it-
now in the back pocket for RP.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Lego Chowder going for this early shadow step, first one to peek into B as an omen. As he smokes
and
out Garage, kind of a fake out, Mel.
They're playing for a retake of A, so a lot of players here towards the B and C side. A stun comes through, Rixie reclears the angle, a bunch of damage, but not converted.
That was so close, though. He was just a sliver away from dying.
And
he
Edamame has
still
so
is.
much information. He's pushed all the way down to C-Long, broken the trip so they are aware that that could be a potential flank. The rest of his teammates are towards that B and Garage.
Dream does have the Hunter's Fury. Tagged up. Gets dinked on the head. 10 HP remaining. Tailwind used by TKO Pro together with
Oh!
Oh my god, Chloe! He finds the shot? And already B site will be taken from the side of SUTD regardless. But there is
Lockdown.
a lockdown.
Oh, this flushes them out towards the ceiling position. I love Chloe not checking the smoke. But Edamame! From the back lines, he knocks down the last 2 players towards the ceiling position. Lifar, last man standing in the smoke, will deny him any piece of cover whatsoever. As Holox mops up shop. 11 rounds now garnered by RP after a beautiful retake. Edamame crucial in that one. Manages to find the 2 staggered players towards that C-Link. Did not clear his position out, and
A bit of
must-win round.
a bit of a blunder from the side of SUTD when it came to the post plant positions, right? They did see that was a Killjoy ultimate coming in.
yeah, and they needed to push, right?
Yeah,
The
they need to
Killjoy
push.
ultimate actually came down towards the A-Link positions. They knew that there was
Yeah.
at least 1 or maybe 2 likely to have 2 players towards A-Link. So they tried to go to the weaker side, which is C-Link, but unfortunately did not clear out that the C-side CT position towards that stairs. And that's where Edamame was just lurking towards. Many angles to clear, but I would say it's more of a good job from RP rather than a mishap from SUTD. Jump peek comes through, spots a little bit of information. That's C-Long, name of the game. A whole lot spots another player towards Garage. It's a bit of a default coming through. And with I Love Chloe watching this A-Long position again, they can heavily stack most of their players towards the B and C side. They don't push I Love Chloe out of this. Oh, Edamawi is very bold out in the middle of nowhere. Luckily not to get punished.
Didn't die, luckily. Didn't die. A
Oh,
Ricky Lima,
speaking
though.
of dying.
The neural theft will be used. That's so much information given to the side of the players from SUTD. But trades coming out and Ricky
Oh
will get
my,
2.
that is very important. If he lost that fight, they have surely lost control over the A side. The spike was on its way towards A as well.
I guess Jet is the new Sentinel now, you know? He's just holding down sight on his own. Get a 2 frag, just kill everybody. And Penny will be left with a lot to do as he cannot fill the shoes. And only Lego Chowder left with all the utility available, but already Alarm Bot spotting him out. Will get tagged up and Holox from behind will put things at match point.
Ooh, back and forth affair, but
Back and forth.
really,
indeed.
really relied on the heroics of Riggsy.
It's really a 4.
It really is.
It
It
really,
really
is
is.
a 4 round.
Yeah, SUDD, I guess 4 is the magic number for them, or the curse number, should I say.
You know. 4.
4
maybe
is the
2,
max.
Maybe 2.
I guess you can look at it in another way, right? RP managing to adapt after only losing 4 rounds each, right? 4 rounds the maximum they give themselves a margin for error before they readapt into the playstyle of SUTD. This time around, it's a must-buy from SUTD. Not the best weaponry, but they've got to muster everything they can. It's up against 12.
This positioning from Riggsy gives them so much information once again. Recon Dart. Oh, the Cloudburst not being spotted would mean that they don't know he's here. Do they even try and clear? Oh
Oh,
my God!
open wide!
What was
Opens
that?
up the round just like that. A headshot. Well, a double headshot through the wall, through the ground, might I say. And look at the rotations coming over. Holocks throwing his Nano Swarms in,
Oh, that's a
trying
lot
to
of
be the hero. Around the smoke. Manages to find the first. He retreats back
second.
up. But open wide, the one that opened up the round,
Holocks.
tries to pull things back. But Holocks, the king of this round.
Oh!
Penny left in a 1 versus 3. What more can he muster? Locked in towards garage. A
There's no
spike
way,
not
right?
planted for him. A flash has come through and he
There's no
goes
way, right?
down. 3-1. Now 13-8 as RP with a 2-0 scoreline. They take the series and they will move on in the upper bracket.
Well, I expected a lot from Riggsy, and I gotta say he did turn up when it came to Haven, especially when on the side of Ascent. Like on the first half, he was kind of just there, but after the second half, and after we went to Haven, he just popped off.
Yeah,
The way he
Rixie,
held down A, the way he held down the angles, the timing that he uses Tailwind, together with I Love Chloe and Dream, it's just phenomenal to watch because the fault line is always stunning someone. And his cloudburst, together with the tailwind, will always try and catch somebody off, especially if you're trying to play A backside. If you're trying to play C backside, there's no
yeah.
chance, my friend.
I mean, do you expect anything less from the Bleed Academy player? Rixie himself, top of the scoreboard, of course. A team effort nonetheless, right, from RP, only
Big
letting
shout out to
4 rounds in
TKY
a row.
Pro, though.
TKY Pro did his very best. You saw a couple of nice highlights from him as well, but not enough to pull it over the line. But yeah, congrats to RP. They will move on into, if I'm not mistaken, it will be the upper bracket finals up against NP.
Yeah.
Okay, so that will be a match later on in the season. But for now, SUTD not out just yet, right? This is just the upper bracket. They will move down to the lower brackets. But yeah, that will conclude the first series of the day. It's a fantastic start. And let's take a look at the brackets, right? As I mentioned, RP up against NP in the semifinals, as SUTD will drop down to face SIT later on.
Yeah. And looks like the next match that we have will be.
SIT versus NYP, if I'm not mistaken, if the brackets are correct.
SIT versus NYP. Yeah, that will be the next game that we will be streaming for you guys. But before we leave, we have to tell you about our amazing sponsors that are right beside us. Of course, our organizers are Skoga and the Esports Academy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
academic
and-
partners, IT College Central and Republic Polytechnic.
And
Our
our monitor sponsor over here, AOC, Aegon, one of our lovely prizes. We'll talk about the prize pool later, but before that, look at this lovely 165 hertz monitor going up and down. It's not going to break. It's not going to break. It's 165 hertz. It's really sturdy. Curved monitor. Good for you. Good for gaming. And of course, Invictor headsets. All of our top 3 winners will be getting 5 of these Sotori bad boys.
Yeah, fantastic peripherals for you to game. Fantastic game that we just witnessed, but we're still in for a lot more action. When we come back, it's gonna be another banger series, so stay tuned. We'll be back in just a short little bit.
Bye.
All right, ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen,
oh,
boys and girls, gamers of all
oh,
ages, welcome back to Campus Legends Season 5. My name is Colden, joined with me for the second cast of the day, of course, none other than the man himself, Mo
oh
Man.
man. All right.
So, how did
Uh,
you feel about the first series, Mo? I
first
mean,
few
it was a
games.
2-0
It's really
victory
close
for
games though.
RP, but yeah, what was your senses of how things went?
For the second map itself, for Haven, it was a showdown between the breaches between the jets. The attacking side was so dominant from both sides. Then you want to see the strats coming out from what you mentioned during the pistol round, the wraparound into the garage, into the sea. That was the first time that I saw it, but they only did it once.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a bit of a pocket
yeah,
pistol shred that you
I
can
felt that
use.
there was multiple times where they still could have still adapted the strat because there was no reply from the other side just of yet, and they didn't even try it afterwards. But of course, they still got the map, so
Right.
so it didn't matter. It didn't really matter.
And you know what matters? Our sponsors and organizers. Thank you to Skoga and the Esports Academy for organizing this event. Our academic partners, ITE College Central as well as Republic Polytechnic. Our monitor partner, AOC Gaming. Our gaming headset partner, Invicta. Our PC partner, Lenovo Legion. And CPU partners, Advanced Micro Devices AMD. Red Bull Digital Plus Landing Pad, Automail, as
Oh.
well as Razer Gold. You can see our peripherals as showcased by Mr. Moment
Yeah,
himself.
yeah, yeah. Aegon, AOC. So before we head into the games, let me talk a bit about the prize pool that the players will be fighting for. Actually, this monitor right here is part of the third prize already. So this is, if I'm not wrong, the C24G2, which is 165 hertz, and then the curve screen as well. Then of course, if you're blessed with height, as I said, you know, you can just go up like us. We're really tall. We're sitting down. You can't see.
I'm
We're actually really tall.
I'm
We're
actually
actually.
6'5".
I'm
Yeah,
6'4". Yeah, just chilling. And of course, they all will receive 5 of these Sotori headsets from the first place to the third place. But let's talk about the third place prize first. So third place prize, we'll have $550 in cash and scholarships, 5 Satori headsets, and 5 of these little bad boys that you see right beside me. And on the second place, we'll have $750 in cash and scholarships, 5 Satori headsets as well, and one tier up, we have the 24 G2Z, right? 24G2Z should be also a curved screen as well, adjustable, tiltable as well, and of course, one tier up from our 165 hertz. And for our first place, finally, we'll have $1,200 in cash and prizes. Of course, Sotori headsets. Then we have the same highest tier monitor from the Aegon, AG273 FZE. If I'm not wrong, that's a 240 hertz monitor. And ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? We're gonna head into the game.
just like how our prizes are stacked, so is the server. Look at our agent picks. We're gonna be jumping
Reina,
into the map of Bind, if I'm not mistaken, for our first map of the series. And
what's your favorite agent on Bind?
what's my favorite agent on a Bind? It kind of has to be Viper. I think Viper is almost a must pick if you go for a double
Yeah,
controller.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Brimstone is kind of doable on a single controller, but I would like to see a double controller composition. I think that is the strongest right now on the map of Bind. I think Harbor is actually
Harbor
a great pick as
is
well.
Harbor is like if you are in a team and you play Harbor, it's so hard to play against. Like if you're going
His
through a
util
normal
is really
smoke, yeah,
nice.
if you're
Yeah.
going through a normal smoke, it's just fun in games. You can just pop in, you can just pop out. It's a good time. But if you're going through a harbor smoke, that water is high pressure water.
Yeah, it slows you down. It makes your push through very, very slow and tedious.
The
And they see you
cove,
before
oh,
they see you before you see them. So
yeah,
that's
it's
not
it's
the best
it's like
option to
giving
take.
birth. You're like,
Oh.
I'm so
Personally, I don't
slow.
have much recollection of that in the
Yeah,
experience.
yeah, probably.
But I do recall a lot
Reina
of
though.
teams picking up Reina recently in multiple tournaments. LYC picking up that Reina.
And what is that IGN?
Which one? Oh,
Uri, 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 Uri,
uh,
Uri.
E,
We shall call him
E,
Uri.
E,
Uri.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uri, okay?
Yeah, so these are the agent compositions. I like the synergy, right? You see all the same player cards. I think that is a plus in my book.
Yes,
I
they
think
are winning.
we give them an extra round for
Yeah,
that.
we give him that extra round. They start at 0-1. We don't decide the
They
rules,
automatically win the
but
pistol.
in our hearts, they have
That
won.
Reyna pick too. That Reyna pick is gonna be a very interesting one, right? Not a lot of teams run Reyna,
I
right?
mean, recently they were talking about Reyna and VCT and how
Yes.
PRX uses
Yes.
Reyna with something, and it was really more about the overwhelm that you get from the Lear. So when you're using the Lear, it's very easily shot down. But what you want to do with the Lear is take space, and you want to find and set up the trades behind that.
Yeah. And I think it's a very interesting pick because not a lot of teams can pull it off, right?
Exactly.
PRX can do it because they are
They are
PRX, right?
PRX after all.
We'll see if they can pull it off, right? You gotta hit your shots. You gotta be that cracked duelist to put yourself on such a high variance agent. But we'll see how things pan out. On the other side of things, you have a double initiator, right, between the Sova as well as Sky, coming in with one of the best duels on this map, Raze. Fantastic pick as
Raze
well.
is the best. Raze is the queen of bind. The way you can use your paint shells and your boombot as an initiator tool to clear out these little angles like Hookah right here. Of course, there will be a tripwire, but already 3 players from the side of NYP stacked up on the B for this pistol round. Smokes will be coming through. Hookah will be smoked off, and Yi will be playing
Oh,
inside
he's
the
in the
smoke.
smoke! Oh, a couple of whiff shots, but he gets out of there. Fatal with that trade frag, an important one. Oh, he gets the second as well. There's
Double?
one more player at the back of the side, but LYC cleans up shop. Stage wall buys them so much time, and the frags just fall in the favor of SIT.
Extreme needs something extreme indeed.
Yeah, he gotta live up to his name, right? It's a difficult task, a tall task. As Gator X swings out from elbow and knocks him down. It's the first round for the creative composition. Sage and the Reyna prove victorious in this pistol round.
I mean, it's not exactly creative. This is what I see in my competitive games.
Maybe more creative in the competitive scene.
Yeah, it's what I see in my competitive games. Like it's
Sometimes that is what you gotta lean into,
Yeah,
right?
that's
When you
meta.
don't really have that much depth of a strat book, sometimes you gotta lean into your strengths.
Yeah, you gotta lean into your strengths.
whatever you're
if
comfortable
if you're
with.
good at playing Overwhelm, and maybe they are good at playing Overwhelm, the way they took the space off the Lear was actually insane. But of course, the wild card being the player in the smoke, and they managed to get the players. That's really good for them. And 2 players in U-Haul, Trailblazer already finding out what they are, and Paint Shells
Oh
being
my
used.
gosh!
Matt Cole
What?
will be finding Stereo Plaguey, but the Paint Shells trades him out.
Let the bodies hit the floor up and above on the truck. Gator X not checking his corners. Around the
No.
corner is he manages to get the frag
spike!
and the spike. Fatal trying to pick up the pieces of where his teammates dropped it off. Finally gets that frag in, but now in 1 versus 2, make that 1 versus 1. Fatal with a crucial headshot.
That was a messy ass
That
round.
was-
That was so
You
messy.
could say that again. You could say that
was
again.
so messy. I mean, you got Stereo Pliggy going in with a double satchel onto backside, throwing his paint
It
shells.
was great movement.
It was great movement, but Matt Cole was prepared. He
Yeah.
was just waiting down there with a classic. I know you're coming here. I know you're
th-
coming here.
You kind of gotta clear the area with your weapon first
Yeah,
before you throw
before
your
you throw
paint
your
shell
paint
into it.
He
Right?
satcheled in with the paint shell.
His
in
brain was
his
just
hand.
5 steps ahead of what of what his body was trying to do.
And now there will be a B default from the side of SIT. They will be on their bonus round as NYP will be going on their first buy round. They will have the superior weapons to work with. Already a very nice setup from the side of the Cypher player. Will they be able to
This trip-
flush anything out early though?
Oh, labeled spray manages to get it in the very end. Well, YC has control over this hookah position, and that's great map control. Look at the rotations.
The rotation's super fast. Though Bind is a very fluid map. Very fast to rotate. Shortest time to rotate. Even if you don't take the teleporter, it's very fast to go from B to A. Even on the attacking side, equal distance. And now the Seekers being popped from the side of Fatal will be giving information to the side of these SIT players as Trailblazer is being used to clear the U-Haul.
Stereo in a very advanced position, ready to receive any of the players flash just to confirm that nobody's backside. Spike will go down without too much more issues. The retakes coming in through a baby life. Actually catching onto LYC brings his team into a man advantage. The monster clear out showers. And up from heaven,
Ooh.
Baby Life walks out. Both of the players actually spotted. Stereo Plaguey try as he might. And now in a 1 versus 2, everything to do for Fatal. A clutch required. A pop flash through, but they dodge it. Perfectly done. As Hong GG closes things out and they prevent the bonus from going in the hands of SIT. A team ace required from NYP to kick off their first round win.
Pretty expensive round coming through from NYP, but the fact that SIT on their bonus round, they did invest into having heavier weaponry. They did invest to having these rifles to work with to combat NYP would mean that they are on a weaker buy once again. So it will be a situation where they are attacking on a lower buy. And it's really hard for this kind of lineup to attack with sheriffs, to attack with lesser weaponry.
We'll see. I mean, they have that Reyna. You never know what might happen, right? You get a headshot, you get an overheal, things snowball.
You get a gun, you get another kill, you get your ulti because he's 1 point away.
Contact play coming up. Spike not committed. They have the
Clearing.
options. Ooh.
That's a lot of space in hookah given. Stereo Plaguey does spot Extreme pushing
He's
out
standing
shower.
here and fighting. That's bold.
Oh.
Good damage. Considering that he has only a ghost. And he will force him back to a safer angle. But meanwhile, look at where the main attack's coming from.
Cypher trips have been cleared on the side of B-Long. Trailblazer being used onto the B-Long site. Octagon will be smoked off, but there is still a tripwire protecting the hookah exit. LYC just looking for a pick.
Oh, Showers fight coming in soon.
Fatal.
What a shot. Damage from the ghost actually brought him low, so one shot from the Marshal was more than enough. A bit of damage onto Han GG as well. And NYP don't know where the site's gonna be, where the attack's gonna be coming from. There's one player towards U-Haul, right? That is the main key player from the defense, and it's a judge from EE. She's gonna hold this position for now. He's not gonna be pushing out. She's gonna control this piece of map control, and he releases his damage.
Information has been given to the side of SIT.
Oh, the blast pack is perfectly done. One more player towards short, and EE just rakes havoc. Takes them all down. 3 kills from the anchor on the A side, despite not getting a frag on the initial attack. They had no idea he was there, and he just destroyed their little pieces of HP. Right, that judge do so much damage.
When I use the judge, it doesn't do that. I take like 3 shots to kill a person, and when Uri uses the judge, he just cleanly shoots 1 time and they die. That's high level judge play over there. I have to be a connoisseur of this judge play.
I mean, granted, they were on a lower buy.
They were on a lower buy.
So they didn't have the most HP. The armor was not maxed out.
And
So,
Extreme playing once again in the shower position. Did see the early damage coming out by Stereo Plaguey and does jump spot 2 players onto the shower's push. Uri playing in this U-Haul cubby.
Has the showstopper as well.
Gwendo.
Silence before the storm. Spotted out. They're very close up. He's got to be cautious. Calls for a sky smoke, but they're jumping straight in.
What?
What is that coming in? Showstopper used up. Oh, he gets destroyed before he even gets a chance to shoot it. And just like that, the site in control over the SIT squad up and above. Gator X. Baby Lice here trying to find some sort of solace. But Han GG takes the heads up duel and they lose it all. 3 kills instantly found. As SIT clean up that round with just 1 casualty.
That was a big play coming from the Sage from the side of SIT. That frag onto the showstopper just gave them so much space to work with. It just denied the entire U-Haul. And afterwards he could so easily just wall it up, play on top of the A Heaven site, and control any form of push coming from U-Haul, control any form of push coming from the backside as well.
Yeah, a little bit of a tech pause, but we'll get things sorted out for you guys. I mean, meanwhile, look at the back and forth nature, right? Both of these teams seemed pretty comfortable on buying. We don't see any poor rotations, should I say, right? Every single time that the attackers attack a site, there's at least one defender there. So they're not being pulled or being swayed whatsoever at this point in time.
Yeah.
We'll see how things pan out later on. But what do you think of the picks, though? The Sage and the Reyna. How do you think that has fared out in this map
I
so
feel
far?
that the Sage is really following what the Europeans do, like the EU meta. Like you see CNED on this map, he plays Sage. He doesn't play the Jet because it's not as powerful as having someone on the Raze. And Raze being the primary duelist denies so much space away from a lot of the attacking side. And when you're defense as well, you take away so much of these angles. You can clear so much of these small little cubbies and small little tiny nooks and crannies. But the Sage, of course, when you talk about the slow orb, when you talk about the Sage wall, it denies space as an attacker. You can just wall off a section of the map and get the plant down and just fight for the other section that's not available.
And
Yeah,
if Sage is being used for that wall, right? Do you think that maybe a harbor might have been a better option because of
definitely.
that cove, right? The cove kind of acts in a similar fashion, but you have his cascades
Yeah,
as well as his
cascade.
high
Yeah.
tide as well to work around with. So you know that is an option they might consider, but that is an option
Main,
outside of the server, right?
right.
Right now,
If let's say your Reyna wants to go for picks, your Reyna wants to fight early. Having a Sage might mean having a heal and be keeping your Reyna top if she does not get a kill.
yeah, actually there is quite a lot of heal
Yeah.
agents on this composition. The Reyna, Sage, and Sky, all three healing agents on this team.
So if they go for a heavy default like what we see they're doing, and
Oh, off
Fatal
angle.
off angle, not expecting Mad Cole to be pushed up into hookah.
They dropped the spike, but that's not enough, right? It's still early in the round. They still have a chance to move around the map.
Early days, early days.
But opening
But
frag nonetheless. And that's your initiator.
Bind can be a crazy map, and we haven't even seen them use teleporters yet.
That's true.
When it starts, it's not gonna end.
Yeah, but that's their own lone initiator, right? They don't have any more initiating utils. They have to take this. It's of duels!
Oh, Mad Cole! What movement is that? That was
The
nice.
jump up, hit shot. And now they're just slowly being whittled down, right? One by one, they go down to dry fights. Stereo Pliggy, lucky to get that one. But it's still a 4 versus 2. Man disadvantage. Two players still stay onto the B site.
Stereo Pliggy though up for a big kill. One player at the side of Hookah. Does he find the frag? Stereo Pliggy does get taken out. 1v1 on the site. Baby Life holding it down. Now has the orbital strike. 3-3 even scoreline.
Yeah, that round just kind of petered out. One by one, they went down to dry fights. They really didn't have much control over any part of the map as well. They didn't really try to poke around towards the A site. And a big point is that they lost their main initiator, right?
Once Fatal was
Yeah,
gone.
once Fatal was gone, they didn't have any util to really clear out corners. They had to take dry fights. So that is a bit of a disadvantage when you look at the compositions, right? The double duelist, no one initiator.
Yeah, now Fatal learning from his mistake, playing with the Reyna. But still, he's the first one to go in with the spike. I
Hmm.
don't really like this.
As long as he doesn't die.
Yeah,
As long as he doesn't die,
as long as he doesn't
as the main
die, I
initiator.
guess. And Hong Jiji will be looking into two players right now.
Great info
Quickly spots them out. If he chooses to fight here.
There's a showstopper as well on the side of the attackers.
I've got your trail.
Already Seekers being popped from the side of Hookah as three players would be trying to funnel through. Misses the satchel, does have the leer coming through. Baby Life in this cubby will be up to no good as he gets a trade. Fatal does get
Messi.
taken out.
Ah!
What was that? That fighting cubby. Wow, just knifing and running around. Is this escalation?
And we've seen them try to push onto the B side 2 rounds in a row, but not any success.
I mean, that was one of the play that was coming through, and I saw Stereo Pliggy. He kind of missed his satchel. Like,
Yes,
he
I
threw a
saw him
nade.
knock his head on the top of a hookah.
He threw a nade, and there was a leer coming out, and that was his satchel. He just hit the top of the hookah, and he just stopped there.
Yeah,
I mean, I
when,
think he was planning something else.
when you're on the B side, you kind of need a good entry raise, right? Because it's very, very easy to get stuck towards
Especially
both
hookah.
choke points.
Yeah.
This time, Loba is coming in from the side of SIT. What can they muster? Their steam balling, or the death balling, should say,
Steam-
towards this A side together.
They
Three
do
players
have a
await.
showstopper on Pliggy. I think he'll use it the moment he get an advantage, but he's already dead. They do have the resurrection to work with, but Uri through the smoke already taking heads, and one more down. And all three players will be low on the side of SIT with weaker weapons, not looking really good as NYP push up behind them.
Yeah, completely stalled out. Once NYP noticed the SIT were creeping up towards A shot, they drop down the smoke and then they just take up these heads up
Didn't
duels.
matter. Didn't matter. He is just
Standing and
taking,
fighting.
taking names at A short by himself. I'm like, yeah, I got a weapon. Give me them eco frags. I want my showstopper.
You gotta have a game plan, right? Once you meet contact, you have to explode. Because if you don't, the barrage of utility for NYP will just stop you in your tracks. You have that sky smoke which acts as a one way. You have the raised
Molly,
nades.
you have the raised nades.
So much util they can
shock
delay as well. Shock
darts.
darts, you name it. So you gotta, capitalize on that, and on an eco, that is all you have, really, right? That death ball effect.
Yeah.
It doesn't really work when you don't push through your choke points.
And I really like Matt Cole for changing his setups every round. Like we saw a very, very advanced trip and it got deeper and now it's halfway in hookah. So every time you gotta
Oh,
expect
Hunter's
him to-
Fury, big one! Gonna be knocking down LYC. That's a fantastic pick to open up the round, but Mad Cole is here. Around the corner. Does he live to tell the tale? Yes, he does. Finds the first. Sarah Pliggy tries he might, but Mad Cole stands tall. Even gets the luxury of using his ultimate. The neural thread reveals the last two positions. They're both stuck towards long. And with 10 HP, he's still daring to go for even more fights. And they're expecting to rotate as well. Look at where the raise is.
They do have the resurrection to work with, but they don't have the map control.
Exactly.
They don't have the information.
Look at where he is as well.
Oh,
What a rat at the back of the site. I mean, at the back of
just in
showers.
case,
Yeah.
just in case.
When they take the TP, if they take the TP.
Yeah, if they take the TP, you guys are dead.
If Mad Cole manages to get one more.
Oh, fatal though.
That's
Get the
That's a
fatal.
start. That's a start.
And
30 seconds
if
left.
Gator Rex gets a pick, that's a
Uh-oh.
rest into a
There's only
man
one player
advantage.
here. There's only one here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Uri, on
Gotta
the
get
other
his
side.
boots on.
Extreme left with all to do for
They
the
need
side.
a shot. Oh, Extreme! Extreme! 4 kills in the round. He just shuts down everything they had. The hopes and dreams. SIT shot out of the sky
That
like
was
that.
disgusting, man.
Everything they had just knocked out of the round. A heartbreaker. It seemed like it was doable. False hope as Extreme stands his ground.
I was hyping them up. I was like, yeah, this is one man advantage, 3 players on site. One player on site. You have the showstopper, and Extreme's like, nah. Everybody, calm down. I got this.
They set him up for that 4K, right?
They just set him up. Ready. Early play coming through showers and audible being called.
Will contact play up, perhaps?
Yeah, probably contact place. As they hear the Trailblazers, they're identifying that, yeah, there might be a rush coming in. Let's not just push this. Already, early recon dart to give position to Uri as he gets the pick onto Gator X.
Great angle coming in from him, but he's got to be wary. There's another player towards showers. Oh, but he gets killed. Oh, and gets the second as well. Planting around the wall. Fatal in a world of trouble. Gets tagged down low and around the little ice barrier. His team gets absolutely butchered.
There was no way. The recon dart was not destroyed when they went in because the Sage pulled out his wall.
I mean, yeah, the recon dart would have been null if anyone's playing within the smoke. The problem is he was killed by the player E on
which
the
is on
boosted
bench.
position.
Yeah. There was so much like chaos. I mean, they probably would have cleared the angle if they didn't have to worry about the dart in the first place.
Yeah, and then he used the showstopper to
Ah,
destroy the
that's
showers
disgusting,
position.
my Uri.
And then once that, they lose so many players, 3 players down already. The planter goes down, 2 showers gets killed as well. It's 2 versus what, 5?
NYP just putting on a show. It was extreme the round before that.
Now
Mad
it's
Cole the
E.
round before that. Now it's Uri.
Everyone's stepping up to the plate. And again, E not shying away from any piece of aggression. Takes up the heads-up duel despite it being an eco round. Oh,
How is he
he's alive! Baby live, saving his teammate. And now LYC on a sliver of HP gets taken down at the very end. A flawless anti-eco.
It shouldn't have been a flawless, man. How is Uri alive on 2 HP? What kind of...
How did he not die?
What kind
He
of
even
movement?
fluffed his satchels, but Baby Life just there to back up his teammate.
And on the attack half, we see the Reyna not doing too well. I mean, this
That
is
is,
why
yeah, it is a
it
very
is
high
it is a
variance agent.
very hit or miss agent, and he needs to play it
Literally.
a lot more confidently and a lot more together with his team. He's been
Right.
taking a lot of solo team
A lot
fights.
of ultimates though.
Empress being popped for the first time.
Oh,
Hunter's
Hunter's
Fury.
Fury is huge. Oh, but he's exposed a little bit. Unable to get a single one. Owl drone in the midst of things. The wall
being
goes down. They might be able to get that spike planted. Oh, and the counter orbital strike. They all take the TB. No, they don't.
failed
They still
dice.
stay there. They want to stand and fight. Everybody here on the A side ready to fight and take on these duels. E gets 2 for those troubles, and Stereopiggy gets tagged down low. The spike still yet to get planted. A 3 versus 2. Spike goes down though. On GG around the corner.
Flashes himself.
Into their post-plant positions. A smoke available from Baby Life to block out that A-short position. That's where both of them are planted, are standing. This is hard. This is difficult. Gwen, the last man standing, the spray, a desperate one at that. And it won't yield a single thing. 3 players still stand. It's a 9-3 half. NYP really, really showing his prowess.
NYP not giving SIT much space to breathe. The way they hit the site, there was no timing to which they could do anything.
All they had, apart from the first 2 rounds, was one
It's like
decent round.
there was an orbital strike onto U-Haul from the side of SIT. They tried to hit it fast, but instantly answered by the Hunter's Fury. That was huge. Even though you said it didn't tag anyone, it bought so much space and it split them up.
I almost called that they were gonna take the TP, right? We saw like what
I think they
4 of
should
them
have.
running towards the TP, but they didn't take it. Right? They
Yeah.
didn't have information. They weren't confident that most of the players were on towards the A side. And if I'm not mistaken, they haven't used the TP once.
Never. I've never seen the TP, and it's like the
That is the
staple of
bread and
mine.
butter of Bind.
Yeah. And now are you playing in this hookup position, trying to push up?
Wait, we need
Through a
LYC to come up huge, right? He is the Reyna. He is the high variance player. Oh,
Oh,
backs turn. Here's the reload. Oh, he plays it to perfection. Not even his
down.
aim is required. A flash peek, but Extreme shuts him down. Actually, now taking the teleporter. They have control over the A side. Mad Cole's here. Gwen within the site as well. Is he
Huge.
aware? Out on his iPad. Gets
That's-
taken down while reading Instagram.
Yeah, that's the entire A side. Why are you checking thirst trap picks, Brimstone? Now it's 2-man advantage for the side of
Locked
NYP.
out and what seems to be like an unwinnable round. And yes, it is. 3 players stand.
There's no way.
And watch. And on the flank
There's
as
no
well. What a round coming in from MIP. That is how you play Bind.
Yes, that is how you play Bind. You use the teleporter. You force the fast rotate. You fight early. You go for these map control early.
And the
then
lurk.
you deny the space. Yeah, the lurk has always to be there. There's always a one lurk player in every single lineup. You expect it from the Cypher. You expect it from the Killjoy. It's just that for SIT, they are running a Sage where it's not that self-sufficient in terms of holding a site. When you see the slow orb, when you see the barrier orb, you need another agent to play behind it.
Yes, they need to play together. That's the name of the game. But NYP want to deny their hopes and dreams. Stuck around the corner is a stunned up fatal. And just like his name describes it, that's how his team's gonna end up in this round. 2 players still standing, but not much to write home about.
Very well placed Trailblazer into Satchel, and now Uri, there's no way.
None in this world. The trip reveals his position. LYC is lucky to even find one.
If LYC wins this, I'll shave. I'll shave bald, dude.
Well, your hair lives to see another day, I
Yeah,
guess.
maybe I lose like 1/5 of my hair because someone died.
1/5? Alright.
1/5 of my
I have a little scissor.
little scissors here.
Where is it?
Yeah.
We'll do it later
I
after the
will,
game
will.
ends.
Oh no! I was just kidding. So we do have Matt Cole. I mean, when you have a Cypher or a
I mean,
Killjoy,
look at the economy. They have to buy.
yeah, or a Chamber, anything like this kind of information sentinel is very different from a sentinel such as Sage, who does not provide information. You want to go with your teammate as a Sage,
Um,
and it gives you so much like freedom of space to rotate around.
No way in hell. E just absolutely dumpsters on the defense. Gator Rex trying to run away, but E's here. And E's here to stay. LYC on this flag.
What does
Try as he might, but E's already in that spot. It's just so easy.
that was just, or he just going in and killing everyone.
Yeah, he's just like, to hell with it. Hey, our fast pushes have been very, very successful.
Yeah,
Off the Sky Util, just off the Trailblazer, he just double satchels in with the Judge. That was their buy round. That was the bonus. They won the bonus.
yeah, exactly. And now they're running away with the economy. It's already 12-3. It's already map point. Things not looking good for SIT. I honestly don't see them getting this round because they have two judges, of
Two
course.
judges.
I mean,
Oh,
two
God.
judges, maybe it'll work. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
that's a start. Just kill him midair, I guess. Right, show some dominance. Break the recon dot, please.
One judge and Hoka.
One
Mad
judge
Cole.
energy. Matt Cole. He has the Guardian, which is arguably the worst weapon for the job in this. Oh, he has a Vandal. All right.
Oh!
Sleeping at the wheel, LYC. They're not like this.
Texting his girlfriend. Or
Is the second
something.
judge
Oh,
good
okay,
enough?
Never mind. Second judge is there. Didn't expect another one.
Extreme has an Odin. All right. What can he make out of this minigun of his?
Extreme though. This guy has been scary on the defense. Now
Oh,
put
they,
it.
they think it's A. It's only Fatal. He's the only one here.
Oh.
One tap. Requires two more.
Oh.
Last one in hookah. Hong. Up on bat. 1 versus 3. Flashed out. Knows that he's one. That's one below him, but not clearing the flank. Hurt the teleporter, but
It was
assumed
a
that they
very,
weren't
very
gonna
hard
push him.
angle,
But
yeah.
yeah. A must-win round. Finally, SIT put a round on the board after what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rounds in a row.
10 rounds. And it's already match point. Both teams are on the bye. And Uri once again pulling out the signature judge that he's been playing.
Yes, ult as well.
This
I'm not liking the looks of things. I think he's gonna go for something very, very daring.
This is scary. This is scary for SIT. They really have to muster something together.
Heads up duel.
LYC.
Gotta have this confident swing. Oh, he's
Oh,
not expecting
timing.
it. Crosshair placement. Oh, spotted. Aware. I would say backing out of there. Oh, but the scan. Please shoot it for him. The smokes will delay the push for just a short little moment. Scanned up again. No one's shooting the dart for him. This is a chaotic series of events. Things are just falling apart by Fatal. Gatorex both find frags. Damage onto E as well. And it signals that they might just take the teleporter. But prepared, right? SIT station their stage there towards that teleporter. Ready in the event that they do actually take it. But a silence being called.
Yeah.
46 seconds.
Cutting
on the
noise. And this Sage push might give them the information that they need. I mean, SIT are not budging at all because they have the information. There's nobody on A short. There's nobody coming towards the Sage.
Big pick.
Stereo Pliggy picks off the hooker player. Now only one angle of attack left, which is through the B long, and Baby Life will get the better of Stereo Pliggy, but there's one player in.
LYC when they needed him most. He doesn't
vanished.
get the kill. Showstopper used to buy some time. The spike will get down. And the 2 versus 2, they're both on such low HP. Oh, he
Showstopper.
barely anything left in
Orbital
his tank.
Strike available. Seekers available.
He's right there in the corner, guys. Oh, he gets one. And oh my gosh, Gator Rex. Clutching up the round. The 1 versus 1.
Big kill coming out from Gator X, keeping the dream alive. 7 more rounds to go for SIT. Can they do it? I don't think so, but I mean, I'm trying to jinx it. I'm
Round
trying to
by
jinx
round.
It. I'm trying to jinx
Round
it. Yeah, I don't
by
think so.
round.
It's not gonna happen, right? right? We're not gonna see an overtime, right?
NYP have an option whether they want to buy into this one or they want to save a little bit, right? Their money is in a weird situation where they can't kind of force into this one,
Yeah.
but it won't be everyone, right? Not everyone is gonna be able to buy fully into this one, so they're going for a little bit of a half buy of sorts, half armor on most of their players.
Hey, boom botting early together with the Trailblazer. I mean, having these two forms of utility is always super good on bind.
Oh
Pain
no!
shells and
Spam!
spam. Already Hunter's Fury being used. Oh my
Oh no! Again! He finally gets it down. Stereo Pliggy in a world of trouble. Oh, and he gets shot down as he's trying to retreat.
LYC, the
LYC.
only one left on the Reyna. Can he prove that he is meant for it?
No, unfortunately not, as SIT go down to NYP. 13-5 is the scoreline. A dominant performance coming in from NYP to close out our very first map.
Yeah, dominant indeed. I mean, look at that. It's just fatal amongst everybody. And Yi with 7 first bloods, 416 ACS.
I mean, we talk about the high variance nature of Reyna, right?
It's really high variance, and you want, like, let's say if you're playing Arena, you really need something to give you the peace of mind to attack a site freely. You need something like a Cypher holding the flank. You need something like a Killjoy holding a flank. But if, let's say, if that's a Sage attacking with you on the site, and there's nobody to hold the flank, there's no information utility. I mean, the body can be there, but as long as there's nothing holding your flank, it is very worrying, and you're forced to play a lot into defaults.
Default isn't. I mean, default is fine, and not having a sentinel watch the flank wasn't really an issue too much for the side of SIT. The main problem was that they really weren't hitting the shots. They really weren't able to trade each other out on those executes towards the site, and on the defense as well. They're just being overrun, right? The mere pressure coming in from NYP on those attacks. Was absolutely suffocating. You have you flying in the sky with a judge. You have Extreme, Matt Cold, Baby Live, and Hong all coming in.
I mean,
you know, as the secondary wave.
the round where we thought that they were gonna win, and Extreme just held it down.
Yeah, Extreme just
they
shot
jumped one by one from
everything up.
hookah.
That was their best chance of really pulling away and getting a couple more rounds stringed up. But NYP, right, showing that they are the better force on bind at the very least. We'll have to see how they fare up in the next two maps if required. Split is on the card.
Split is another Raze map. We're gonna see Uri on the Raze again, and I'm super looking forward to that. But before that, we'll be heading for a short break, so we'll be seeing you for the next map in a short while. viewers, welcome back to the second game of the Valorant segment for Campus Legends Season 5. I almost forgot what game we were playing here. Yeah. So once again, I am Moman and this is my fellow co-caster, Kodan, and we'll be casting the next map of NYP versus SIT. Just now we saw a very competitive game on Turbine. I mean, competitive? It was just really early going ham, and most of the time it was just a really good showing of mechanical gameplay coming through from the side of NYP. I feel that SIT will have to really step up a lot more in terms of gameplay and strategy, especially when it comes to split as well, because it is such an execution heavy map.
If your executes are good, yes, you can, get a couple of attacking rounds. But in my opinion, I think mid is a very, very important portion. For split, it is a three-lane map,
Yeah,
so not a lot of options for the attackers. So mid control is gonna be a big area for contention for both of
yeah,
these teams,
definitely.
be it defense or attack. So if the attackers have control of mid, they have options, right? They can split towards heaven on either sides,
You got
or you can,
fence,
really
you got
pull the
B
rotations
main.
around. So that's something I'm kind of looking forward into this coming up map. And I think whoever starts on the defense is probably going to get a couple of rounds in the
I mean,
lead
with
at
the
the
new
half.
changes, the split, the recent changes, maybe a few patches ago, how do you feel like split feels on attacking side?
I think nothing has really changed.
Nothing's really changed,
Nothing
right?
major has really changed. The slight elevation differences towards A main as well as A
Mm,
heaven is a little bit of quality of life,
yeah,
but the how you approach split has really stayed the same, right? It's slightly easier to push up towards mid without that little lip, near the
yeah,
ramp,
of course.
which is nice. But still, a lot of teams have now moved to the position where they like to take events control. Right? It's one of the
Ah,
least defended portions of the map as defenders.
yeah, of
So the
course.
attackers like to go in with the Sky
I
Flash,
I
with the
myself
with the
like Vance
Trailblazer,
control.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
you take control of vents, go in with a Jet Dash or a Ray Satchel, something of that sort, and then from that point on, right, that is your default. After that, you can explore the map. You want to go into B, you want to go to A. You have many different options that you can approach.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
yeah, if you talked about the raise, right? So for the agents, what do you expect to see? I mean, we're going to agents like really soon, so we're definitely gonna see them on screen. But let's just talk. Okay. We're already in. We're already in. We got the Sage once again. How do you feel about Sage on split? I really like Sage on competitive, but
in
in terms of professional gameplay, in terms of tournament gameplay, Chamber and Sage.
Um, that is okay. Sage for the most part is not the best pick, right? It's very easy to really bleed out Sage's utility, right? Once the wall goes down, once the wall's broken, her slows are used up, she essentially becomes an agent with a heal. But in a bit more of a high variance environment, especially in this kind of tournament where both of these teams aren't really, pro players, pro teams, I think a Sage is workable, right? It definitely has its value in slowing down pushes, in really cutting off rotations as well. If the team isn't very strong, isn't reactive enough to break down the Sage wall, it can get its value. But we'll have to see how these two teams play out. I do think it can be usable, but again, it's not the best pick, right? It's not the best pick in my opinion, but it is doable. Chamber, on the other hand, is an agent that we haven't really seen very often.
Haven't
I
seen him in a very long time. 2% pick rate in the entire VCT.
Yeah, and I don't think he's the best pick on split as well. Not the best map for
Definitely
him,
not. Yeah, very
but
questionable pick, but
again,
let's see how it works into the game plan.
sometimes it goes into how their comfort picks are, right? I really would like to see if they can play in this kind of situation comfortably, because that is kind of the approach that they had towards Bind, right? You picked the Reyna, you picked your Sage.
Yeah,
That was kind of their comfort picks. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out. Maybe on the map of Split, that might change. And
but I have to highlight something. Like I really like the race. I really like race on split,
yes,
and
yes, of course.
I don't see it on SIT.
Yeah,
I
might be a comfort thing at the end of the day,
yeah.
right? Split is, of course, the map that was picked by
I mean,
SIT, so that is their go-to choice.
yeah, and but then I feel like split is so constricted. Like, okay, you talk about entryways. There's literally only three entryways, right? If you just break it down, there's A main, there's B main, and there's mid.
Uh-huh.
If you guess correctly, 33% chance. You throw your paint shells, you're gonna get the damage. And that damage will translate into easier kills. That damage will translate into most likely just not having a good time. But of course, both teams have the double healing to work with. Once again, they'll have the Sage, they'll have the Sky.
We'll see how things pan out with that Reyna pick. Oh, sorry, not Reyna pick. With that Sage and Chamber pick. Perhaps a bit of a comfort option. SIT prepare to siege this attack onto the B site.
Oh, GG does have the tailwind, but hasn't choose to pop it yet. There is a guiding light being queued up from the side of SIT. All five players actually stepped up in garage. Hong GG might be in a bit of trouble if he chooses to peek out right now.
Finds a
Does have
headshot. No, dashes away. There's a bunch of players. The dash towards the backside is great to split up the crossfires. And oh, they wrap around the site. Extreme still here though, trying to find a couple of kills,
Oh!
a bunch of damage. But still, ends up into a 1 versus 3 NYP. Just leaving all the work onto Mad Cold's shoulders. The flash comes through, peeks out of heaven. Hasn't spotted anyone yet around the corner. Predicts the peek from below him, but runs out of bullets at the very last moment as Fable cleans up shop. SIT onto their very first round.
That was just a 5-man bum rush onto B main, and they just wrapped around the pillar where the players were hiding. Yeah, it was really good. It was really good, and they just denied the space that they could have taken onto top heaven as well. So SIT with the Brimstone, really unconventional pick that I rarely see on Split nowadays. Usually it's the Astra, sometimes it's the Omen, and most of the times right now it's Viper Harbor, if I'm not wrong, right?
Oh, but the stack is correct. NYP
Oh, yes.
predicting this from SIT.
It's going to be a brawl.
All 5 players here to receive
Early.
E here on the Rams, but Mad Cole is gonna find first contact in the smoke and he finds the kill. Oh, it's a labored spray coming through. Mad Cole only finds the one though. That's damage done at the very least. And out of heaven they swarm out. Teleports around the corner. The Bucky cannot find any more damage. Just left in a 1 versus 3. And Baby Life only manages to get the first one.
Expensive round coming out from SIT, losing 3 players, but there was some investment from NYP in the form of a Bucky. But it's alright. Or you can always buy a judge.
Yep.
You can always buy a judge. And it's going to be a bonus round from the side of SIT if they do not choose to reinvest. Working with 2 Spectres and a Sheriff? Yeah, a Sheriff and a Vandal. I mean, in the form of alt economy, they won't have much to work with on either side. It's only been 2 rounds. But still, they've been going for 5-man hits every time, not actually working with mid. And I feel like NYP will kind of read that soon.
But this is the value that you get if you don't break those siege wall instantly, right? There's so much control. There's only 2 lanes of attack that they can really come from. And that flash from A main, they now confirm nobody's here at A. They can heavily stack 4 players towards this B site.
Gatorex does spot out the spam from Han GG.
They're waiting for the mid push though, waiting for the wall to go down. But LE still here, ready to receive.
Wall is breaking. They'll be more wary of this since the wall is broken, but only 50 seconds left in the round. The call has to be made soon. And NYP are ready. Have players on both sides not budging an inch.
This setup from NYP is dangerous. It's really good. In an off angle, they won't expect this. The spike goes first, they drop it, and they're just falling like a little rats. Fatal only manages to get a single one. LYC left behind a wall of smoke. The spike lost in the mix, and he's being absolutely surrounded.
Mad Cole has an idea of where he
the
might
timing.
be, and the timing just unlucky from LYC. Was holding the angle till Mad Cole just pushed up. I mean, that was a very good try from the side of SIT. They
Essentially,
wanted to take mid control. It's essentially a bonus round, but the mid wall, I feel really cut down a lot of the
yeah,
time.
it really
And
broke. Yeah,
that was the bonus that you talked about, right? That was
SIT was hoping the NYP put their, stepped into their crossfires, right? Stepped into their line of sight. But unfortunately, right,
nothing given.
NYP just played things perfectly. They played things patiently. They didn't give any ego peaks whatsoever to the side of SIT. They knew they were up against an eco. That is the last thing you want to do. Give an ecos an opening pick. And as a result, now into the gun rounds for both of these teams. The first one of this map. And again, the judge being opted for by the side of E. Oh!
Oh,
The
what a
jump,
shot!
jump peak gets denied by Fatal. Fantastic shot coming in from him, and the entries with that up, but around the corner, oh, he just wreaks havoc. The showstopper as well, it shuts it all down. LYC, last man standing. What more can he muster? He was the rain on the previous map, now on this chamber, high variance. Not gonna be finding any more success after that one.
Still a nasty shot from the side of Fatal onto Han GG. But honestly, that was just Uri going to town at mid, though.
Yeah, you gotta clear those corners, and even if you do, that judge just destroys up close. It's so devastating.
And he plays a mean raise. His satchel movement's so good. We saw it on Bind, and now on Split, it's gonna get even more cracked. There's more verticality involved.
You want to play? Let's play.
Tour de force. Popped from the side of SIT. Looking for any early
The
picks.
problem about SIT is they don't have any lurks towards A. Right, look at the amount of map control that NYP has gotten already. And this opening pick from E, right, this off angle,
Teleport's gone.
it makes things so much more difficult.
Already a sewer push coming
Oh
through
my Whew,
from
baby
the side
life.
of Sky. LYC though does get a pick into B main onto Uri. And Mad Kodo with a triple with the flank up for the fourth. Gatorex cleans it out, has a resurrection to work with, can make this a 2v2, has a fighting
Oh.
chance, but Han GG takes it out. Gatorex on low HP.
Nice attempt coming through, but it was already a done deal, right? The fact that Matt Cole was able to get so much map control, found 3 kills on that flank. SIT's map control has been really lackluster, right? You don't see them getting a lot of information on different parts of the map. They usually huddle up and gather as one. As you can see here, again, A main, all 5 players are stuck towards that position. If you don't default on the map of Split, it becomes very suffocating.
Somebody told me it's called Split for a reason. Like, you have to split and get map control. You know, if you don't do it, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But still, it might still work out as Fatal does get the first frag onto Baby Life and a second as well. Han GG trades it out. Mad Cole with the trade as well, but instantly gets denied. A Heaven control will be given to Gwen as Uri coming in strong. Left with all to do. 1v2 situation. Spike planted behind blue screens.
Waiting for this peak. Dare if you like. Oh, he's ready to take these duels. He has the paint shells as well. Forced out into the open. And oh, Stereo Pliggy manages to close things out. A dangerous 1 versus 1, but he still wins it out at the very end.
It was looking good. It was looking scary indeed. But yeah, you mentioned that. I mean, it was almost something that didn't work out. It was just lucky. I feel that Fatal managed to get the second frag and gets the retrade. He went in dry and they weren't expecting him.
Yeah, it's the pace change. I mean, right, granted, that is something that they need to lean into. You can tell the strat build isn't too deep on the defaults. Again, for all 5 players towards one side of the map, as long as NYP just, throw a guiding light. Look at this, all this information. Look at the bottom right of the map. You can see that they know A main is completely clear and they can stack 4 players towards mid and B.
Once again, Stereo Pliggy on the push. Are they even aware of this? Are they knife out and walking, or?
Mad Cold's in a great position.
Yeah, Mad Cole.
SIT are wary of this. Mad Cold has pushed before, but this angle gets the first. Oh, and he's not expecting the close. player
And a
as well.
resurrection brings it back to 5.
Oh, behind him. Oh my gosh, what is this back and forth nature? With the judge in the vents. The best weapon you could ask for. And oh, off the timing, Extreme is just here to take the fights. Two
Yes.
players still standing around elbow. Gatorex, what more can he muster? Nothing.
LYC very far away from sight.
They know he was spotted towards mid,
And
towards
already on
B.
half HP as well.
So they know that most likely he's going to be coming in from A main. That's exactly where they've got their crosshairs placed. E not moving a muscle, and he gets 4 kills. Oh, thanks to that, his impressive movement as well as aim has really put SIT in a tough spot.
It's still a very close scoreline, but that's not what you want to see
mean,
on
The first
Split.
2 of their 3 rounds have been gained by the pistol and second round
Yeah.
conversion.
so,
So if you really look at things in the gun rounds, NYP has been winning convincingly.
yeah, and still SIT they don't have much of an economy to work with. Mad Cole's flanks, the A main control that you mentioned.
Look,
He's-
again,
yeah.
the adaptation is not there for SIT. They're just not very well versed in how to play this default style on split.
And yes, I mean Mad Cole, all he has to do is send out the guiding light. He has the info, and he just rotates away. Everybody's leaning towards B. Only Plicky playing towards A heaven, and Uri choosing to play inside his smoke.
Not expecting this whatsoever, and he gets out of there scot-free as well. The stealing kills left, right, and center. Gatorex pulls one back onto Baby Life, but what more can he muster? Turns around at the worst timing possible. Hong shuts him down, and all last 3 players stuck towards B main. Just hoping for an eager push, right? Hoping for an over-eager peak coming in from NYP. That's all they can hope for. No map control with 45 seconds on the clock.
I mean, how is the Rays still alive from peeking the smoke? Just goes to show that they weren't in trading angles when they went into the smoke as well. Just unlucky timing. And now B main push, full B main garage has been taken, but still doesn't matter if there are players stacked up on the site like this. And Plicky will be the first one in. Already gets tagged up as Uri from rafters and Extreme from below clean things up. They just couldn't get through pillar. There's no flashes. There's only a smoke to work with.
Yeah, it's an eco round, I guess. But you gotta get some more rounds on the board, right? Even though split has been reworked, you still need a couple of rounds on your attack. 3 is not the end of the world, right? It's a great job that they already had the 2 in the first 2 rounds.
Maybe 2 more?
2
Seven-
more would be
7-5
fantastic.
seems
7-5 would
like-
be
yeah,
amazing, right?
seems
That would
like
be
it's
great.
perfect scoreline. 6-6 is a bit of stretch. Maybe 8-4.
The problem is, right, that there's so many ultimates on the side of NYP already. 4 ultimates on the cards that's ready to receive. And like I mentioned, right, the adaptation needs to be there. They need to put at least one person towards A main or one person towards the other side of the map.
Yeah. Like,
Because right now,
Mad Cole, all he has to do is he just sends a guiding light into A main,
yeah,
pops it, and he does it every round, and he
Every round.
sees
Nothing.
nothing there.
if he, it's been consistent. When there's
It's-
nobody in A main, they're all on the other side of
Yeah.
the map. There isn't a look. There hasn't been a look
Hasn't
there
been.
towards
It's not
A.
like someone's hiding from the guiding light and he pops out later or he catches you on the flank. It's not going on. Like what's going on? You have to
have
do
to
something.
put a look somewhere,
Yeah,
right?
you have to do something about this A main player.
Even if you don't put a look, maybe prod different parts of the map. Maybe have 2 towards A, 3 towards B or mid. Slowly make sure that the defenders don't have free real estate. Because right now they're just
Yes.
walking over it for literally free. They put one guiding light as well as one trailblazer, and they've cleared out the entirety of A main. They can force 4 players towards B and mid, and it's an impossible task. It always feels like if I'm SIT, I'm walking into the site, and there's always at least 2 or 3 players there. How can they read us so well, right? You gotta realize that. And I don't think SIT has a coach, if I'm not mistaken. So sometimes you need to take a step back, maybe call for a pause, realize that hey,
Yeah,
they're
hey.
reading us very easily.
It's like,
Let's take
are we
things a bit
doing the same
slower.
things over and over again? Are we doing the same
Yeah.
defaults over and over again? And it feels like it is the same thing. Because every time, it's not just Mad Cole taking space of A main. It's the other players, because Mad Cole has so much space in A main, they know when they need to hang back. When there might be aggression, where there might be someone peeking into mid, like how we saw the Jet holding the wall for so long, and the players in B Heaven, they just didn't budge at all. Uri was just sitting there with a judge. They're coming here. They're coming here. I know they're coming here.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna peek out this angle because I know you're holding me.
Yep.
I have the information from Matko because he pushed all the way in.
Yeah, and we saw a little bit of a difference on Matt Code, right? At the first time when he pushed, he went all the way in, got 3 kills on the flank, right, from Suez. That was great. The second time he pushed Suez, he held an angle. Right? He didn't
Exactly.
over push, and when he did get and when they did rotate back, right, he managed to get one, could have gotten more, but that was information. The Brim killed him. He heard the resurrection, so there's at least 3 players coming towards Suez, towards A.
Yeah.
At that point in time, the rotation's fast and early. He was already in an advanced position towards Suez. It buys time for his team to rotate into A and to bolster that side before they even have the chance to put the spike down and play their post-plant position. So
And Split isn't usually a map that you want to go aggressive on the defense unless
it's
you
not
ha-
necessary.
yeah, it's not
but
necessary, but
it's definitely an option
if it's
when
given
it's
to
free.
you, yeah,
right?
if it's given
free.
to you, yeah, you want to take it. And also, another thing is, it's very easy for the defenders to rotate if they have mid control, if they have the sage
Yeah, the
wall
rotations
up.
are much faster.
The
right?
rotation is so much faster, and of course, because of that, because of the information that you talked about, the resurrection, 3 players coming through, the rotation came in so fast. The retake was not even needed. It was not. It was not even a retake situation. It was more of like fight so that we can't let them plant the spike.
I would love to see that little bit of adaptation, right? Play it a little bit slower, make sure that the defenders can't push up and get A main control so freely. And if your main forces are on A, make sure that they can't take B main as easily. Right?
Yeah.
You gotta stop these pushes, right? That is really costing them a lot of rounds.
And-
The round has almost been decided before they execute.
Yeah, and the thing is, they have a chamber who is supposed to be lurking.
Yeah, you have the trip. The
So-
trip range is buffed,
Yeah,
right?
the
So
trade
it covers
range
quite
is
a lot more.
buffed, and I mean,
So you can
it's-
put the trip towards A and the chamber can play towards mid.
definitely.
Very much a viable option. Let's see if they come into that
Ah,
adaptation. Okay.
yes we do.
Exactly.
Yes we do.
Oh, but that's not a good start though. Hong.
Already with the early pick.
A main
And-
though. Oh, Mad Cold.
Oh, doesn't
Wow.
matter. Doesn't matter if you put a lurk there. Mad Cole's aware, man.
Mad Cold has been the anchor for his team, literally and figuratively.
Yeah, he's mad cold. He is a cold, ice cold person indeed. Han GG still has the operator to work with. Chamber will be teleporting back into
And look,
market.
they have
as-
A main control and B main control at this point in time.
and Seekers have spotted out
They're completely
exactly
boxed in.
where they are. Uri playing this forward angle does get some damage and manages to escape away with his life.
In the meantime,
But look at this.
they're expecting it though. But he still gets the kill. Mad
Doesn't
Cold,
matter.
an insane player, the anchor man himself, the playmaker. But Stereo Pliggy knocks down 3, but not before Yi comes up on his flank.
He does have something to say. Stereo Plaguey nearly.
It's a back and forth nature, right? When you see Mad Cold find contact, that is when Yi pushes. When Mad Cold is taking the brunt of the attention, Yi realizes, hey, they're all focused on Mad Cold. Now's my time to push B main into market and then trade him out. Trade my teammate out. Even though Mad Cold goes down, Yi's already there for the trade frag. What a brilliant back and forth coming in from NYP.
Very good use of spacing as well. You always see this in high level gameplay, and I feel that SIT, they need to adapt to this. They need to have proper
They
spacing.
tried it and it didn't work, so now they're going back to the natural, instincts.
Yeah.
Again, 5 men pushing towards B main. Look at this, one smoke and a slow orb. That's all it takes to shut down a push.
There's a Pain Shells on top of that. If he hears any pressure, like I said, just chuck a nade. There's so much damage. You destroy.
Again.
Oh, never mind.
Oh my! And look at the stack. Look at the rotations of the defenders. There's one towards A. They've read this perfectly again. It's too easy to read on SIT. They're not even
Oh
giving them the
my
respect.
God.
Oh my gosh! From He gets 4 kills. A spray transfer for the ages. Mad Cold finally closes things out, but it's an absolute slaughterfest.
Did you see what happened?
He just held down the spray and they
Yeah,
walked
yeah.
right
Oh,
into Right
Fatal
into the fire.
Fatal dashed into
Into the
headshot.
yeah,
Into the headshot. And I was like, what?
At this point in time, right, NYP are already winning out the rotation game. Their mind game, the read game, the strategy game, the rotations, won by NYP by a landslide.
7-3
And at that
already.
point in time, they're like, I'm too bored to wait for you guys to push. I'm just gonna push you myself. Win out everything. A fast round coming in. Fatal. The spearhead finds the first kill, but Yi with the showstopper
Oh.
finds 4.
Gets denied the ace again.
Resurrection coming out, and Stereo
Oh.
Pliggy. 1 versus 1. The man that has done everything for his team, required to do so yet again. The last player, Sky versus Sky. Both full HP, but no information whatsoever on the flank. Coming through, Mad Cold. The Anchorman versus the Playmaker.
Mad
Who
Cole
comes out
does have the
victorious?
timing though. He
Oh, he
spots him out. He spots him out.
Stereo Piggy, no. Does he count the flank? Does he realize that that is an option? Mad Cole has got
There's
brilliant
no way.
timing.
There's no way he's watching this.
3, 2, 1, and just like that, another round slips by SIT. Despite the heroics from Stereo Pliggy, it's just not enough.
There's no way because the skirmish just happened onto A main, and he just felt like, if let's say that this was a high level match, Extreme just went for the resurrection, and he just couldn't have done it alone. He felt like Mad Cole has to be on site somewhere. That there was a trade going to happen, but it just so happened he was just pushing shooters. I mean, that's what I would have thought.
I mean, Stereo Pliggy had so many corners and angles to check. Hong, again with this op in hand, prepared for a peek coming in from GatorX, but will GatorX give him that luxury? That is the question. Again, 5 players towards one side of the map. Taking mid, this time around, the wall goes up. And Extreme is just standing and fighting, finally gets punished. But not without dealing a boatload of damage. A beast split finally perhaps coming true for SIT.
GatorX on 1 HP will get healed up by the Sky, but good for 1 before we're getting traded out. Orbital Strike and Cosmic Divide on both sides as a CT fight will be going on as Fatal clears out CT. That's so much control for the attackers. Finally,
Exactly.
signs of life
But the flank
for
again.
SIT.
Mad Cold. The timing. Does he get it? Baby Life gets 2 and no! Mad Cold finds 1 as well. It's a 1 versus 2. Slipping by yet again the Seekers. Spots him out. He has nothing to
He's
do.
blind.
Blinded. Stuck behind a wall. And Baby Life closes things out. 9-3. SIT, that was the best round they had yet. But they fumble at the very last moment. Every single kill, overextensions.
Yeah, that looked so good at the start. Then,
25 and 10, might I just point out.
RE is having a whale of a time. I mean, 25 and 10 in 12 rounds? Imagine if we
That's
went
more-
OT, that's like 50 kills.
That is more than 2 rounds on average, every single round.
Ah,
On average, he gets more than 2 rounds every single round. that is insane coming in for him.
that's just match. Like he's popping off. And I mean, I was looking forward to this, but it just kind of feels
Safe to say, this pistol is a must win.
yes,
They
100%.
don't win this one. Well, I give them very little chance to get back into this. A great start coming through.
Oh,
Oh my
God.
gosh. E again, a menace. The stun followed up by the double satchel
Disgusting,
and a right
bro.
click to the dome of the jet.
In the sky. GatorX stuck in A main. Will get picked off, not waiting for his teammates. Heaven control has been given to Chamber. I mean, slow screens push, but
Oh,
LYC.
Nothing can stop this
clean.
menace.
Why?
The king of split, the king of bind, he's here to stay. He's destroying SIT.
Yeah,
Player by player, one by one.
he's so good. He's crazy good, and he's still buying a judge on the attack.
Why not?
I mean, it's doing
I mean,
well.
when my duelist is 29 and 10, 13 rounds into the map, I let him do whatever he wants.
Exactly. 29 and 10?
Surely you
Oh.
forced into this, right? SSIT. Ah,
They're not long for cash, you know. They can't even force stingers and armor if they wanted to.
he's just bum rushing it. Oh my gosh, he's
Oh
destroying them.
my!
Cover your eyes. This is not allowed. This is an
This is
illegal.
This is hate crime, man. This is a hate crime. And Baby Life, he does know where this guy is. He saw his little ponytail. Is he gonna push that?
One enemy remaining.
It doesn't even matter, right? I mean, just classics around, but that judge just shreds without any armor present. Flawless. NYP stand tall on the map of Split. And they're just 2 rounds away from securing themselves another spot in the tournament, further down in the brackets. A chance at glory, a chance at a top 3 placement. And SIT with a boatload to do.
I mean, what is this? 31 kills.
It's a massacre, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's 31.
That is
That's all.
ridiculous.
That's more than the entire enemy team added together.
Is that really?
I think so.
I mean, at this point, it's just confidence overflowing. There's nothing that they do that goes wrong. Look at this.
Yeah,
Just
nothing.
clowning over them. Absolute disrespect to the highest degree.
Alright, he gets taken out. Mad Cole already on 1 HP. Han GG does not manage to find the
Okay.
trade. Already a 2v2 situation on a weaker by
Perhaps finally.
Astra though.
No!
Stereo
Stereo Pliggy.
Pliggy decided that today he chose
Overeager.
violence.
Well, he chose death, I guess.
Yeah, he chose violence, death, and to throw.
No way, man. Oh my gosh, he gets scanned. Detected LYC. The chamber that was picked. The unconventional pick. Required. An unconventional win. Needed. Audio cues heard and oh, backstun! Oh, I see! A clutch for the ages! Backstun, he fell down, but yet he still won the 80s. Gets a
What?
spray down.
That was unlucky whiff plus
What?
lucky lineup. The stars just aligned.
The stars aligned indeed, LYC, when they needed it most.
Stars just aligned, and now
The pure instincts just taking
Okay,
over. The
okay.
spray transfer to save his team.
was it still
A lifeline.
bonus round from the side of NYP? I feel that
yes,
that was a bonus
yes,
round from NYP.
that was
right?
the bonus.
So this is their full buy.
This is their full buy.
Oh no,
And that is their smoker.
that is
Out of the
their
round
Shogun.
at 1
And
minute
a
30
very
seconds.
good nade onto B Evan. That will do a lot of damage to the sky. No, actually not. Never mind. He just kills.
Was that clutch all for naught? Was it
Yep.
just all wasted away?
Remaining.
Oh no, it's just
LYC running for the hills, knife out, backs turned. Feels like it's happened multiple times where their backs are turned as they get destroyed, as
it's
they get
happening.
run over.
It's happening. Showstopper has been used, and still it's match point. Look at the weaponry from the side of SIT. They're not working with anything good. 2 Spectres. 1
No
Stinger
ultimates.
and a Marshall.
Fatal is one off his ultimate, so that is something that I would prioritize if I was SIT. Get my jet his
Yeah.
knives. Maybe we can make something out of this round. Maybe we can. This is gonna be the most difficult round of the entire map so far.
Oh.
They're pushing the issue. Gator X, nothing. Stereo
Alright.
Piggy, presence noted.
Oh!
Presence detected, but he still gets the
1
kill.
HP. He's 1 HP. Got dinked down through the wall.
He's made it through extreme, and the back lines
Ah,
gets
unlucky.
taken down. But in the meantime, they've got control of A.
Okay. That was
doable.
a cool updraft. And they have the spike, so I guess they're planting it deep, right?
No, they can plan it for heaven.
All right. So
Gwen is a pivotal piece in this one.
1 down. Another 1 spotted in CT. This A main fight could mean everything here. It brings out his utility at the wrong time. Everybody knows where Gwen is right now. He has to position himself. Knives already out. Tailwinds into heaven. Look at this movement by Hong.
Gwen, with everything to do, the knives are out. It's just the guns.
He's just not
Another
committing to the
clutch
fight.
required from Gwen to save his team, and it's not gonna be enough. NYP with a dominant stomping on the map of Split. 13 of 4, they take the victory. They take this series 2-0, a commanding one at that. What
Yeah.
brilliance we have seen from this team so far. And I mean, 574 ACS, 34 and 12.
Close.
6 first bloods.
It's close to 600 ACS
It's
already.
ridiculous what this man has pulled
It's
off.
so scary, dude. I mean, when you talk about Raze and when you talk about like movement, when you talk about judges and everything, this guy has the whole package.
He is
Thi-
the whole
This
package.
guy is the whole package. How are they in the losers bracket? This is
I-
the losers bracket, right?
This is loose
I
bracket.
am correct, right?
Yes, it is.
I mean, they lost to an even stronger team to be here. So that means this entire tournament is filled with players of this caliber.
They did lose to RP, which we just saw in the first series.
Ah, yeah.
And it was a pretty close series. If I remember correctly, it was 2-1 in the favor of RP. So those two teams, they fought earlier on, right? But now, what a showing coming in from NYP, right? I Ridiculous stuff from
It's
every single player. Every
ridiculous.
single player had highlight moments. So this is the updated brackets. As you guys can see, NP, RP in the semifinals of the upper bracket. In the lower brackets, we still have
NYP moving on, then we will have
SUTD and
SUTD and SIM will be playing to fight with NYP. Top bracket, of course, MP
Yeah.
versus RP.
actually just because of how the brackets work, NP and RP are guaranteed top 3 already.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those two teams are guaranteed to win at least one of the top 3
Yeah,
prizes,
exactly,
right? So
exactly.
that's something to
Something
as a victory today.
something to be happy about, you know. I mean, for the prizes, I mean, they're sitting right beside me. Sitting right beside me, you get this real nice monitor. This is third prize, CG24-2, right? Yeah, 165 hertz. Very good frame rate. Very nice curve monitor, and of course, all top 3 players, top 3 teams will get 5 each of the Invictor Sotori gaming headset. These are over-ear headsets. I just tried them just now. They feel very comfy. They cover your entire ear, and they don't give you the same sensation you get when you have, probably an over-ear earpiece. But I mean, on-ear earpiece. This is an over-ear earpiece. So it's really nice. You guys should try it out, and you guys could check out a sponsor, Invictor and AOC Gaming Monitors.
Yeah, I mean, great prizes up for grabs and great games we had today. 2-0s all around, and the two teams that walk ahead, right? They are going to be moving on into this bracket so far, but it is curtains for the side of SIT, if I'm not mistaken. They are out of the tournament, so commiserations to them. It was a tough team to go up against. I mean, EE just absolutely went
Disgusting.
nuclear today. It was a tough act to beat. But
Disgusting.
yeah, congratulations to all the teams that won today. We will be concluding the day, but not without a huge thank you to all of our sponsors and all of our partners here today. My name has been Colden, and with me for today was Moment here on the job. It's been a pleasure watching these two games today, but stay tuned next week where we, continue on in the brackets. We see who's going to move on into the grand finals, who's going to move on in the lower final. It's going to be a brawl for the ages. This Campus Legends
Ooh.
Season 5. That's it from us here today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.